Everybody. Can anyone hear me? This is stupid. I don't know. I guess
all you had to do is start the show.
I don't know how to start the show.
I
can't hear myself or the music.
You can hear yourself.
I can't hear how I'm going.
I can hear you.
Well,
you're going to be shocked, but Steve is a creature of habits. Curtis says they hear us.
Okay, they hear us. Do we sound okay? Because this is stupid.
No, we don't sound okay because you're talking like somebody peed in your Cheerios.
I did pee. I do not have any mojo without my headphones and my voice coming through, and everything else has to be there, and it's not working, and I'm just mad. It's episode 301, everybody. Let's have a good time.
Yep.
All right. I am your host, Lord Steve Bishotti, and with me today are
take those glasses
off. I do not feel very top G. I don't feel top G at all.
Tomas says, take off your sunglasses so we can hear you better, Steve.
I don't feel it.
We have lowercase g today.
We just call him G.
I feel like Superman ran into his kryptonite, and it sucks.
We unplugged things.
Martha.
Yeah. We went to LegionsCon. We took the board. We messed around with stuff, and now we can't get it to work.
We tried the other night too.
1-6 shooter says, "Don't notice a difference in the sound or your attitude, Steve."
Huh. I can't even see where it's even going through this damn stuff.
Doesn't matter. They can hear us. Just fucking talk, man.
I don't know what to say.
Welcome to episode 301 of the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast. We're back in studio coming off a phenomenal LegionsCon weekend. With me, as always, are the best co-hosts a host could have. Jeremy DeWitt. How you doing, Jeremy?
Fantastic, Pete.
I'm glad to hear it. Great to see you. Stephen Bishotti, Top G Alpha. How you doing, buddy?
Not very good.
That's too bad. Travis Bowles in the house. How you doing, Trav?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. We're glad to hear it. Seducer Cody, you're in the booth. How's the booth treating you?
It's good.
All right. Special guest Mike Smith is in the room. He's not on mic, but I'm sure he'll have something to say about his first ever LegionsCon. So, how's everybody's weekend been?
Great till now.
Jeremy, how was your weekend?
Pretty laid back. I went to a little
fiddler last night. I saw that.
Exciting.
Stepping the bass.
There, the middle school and the high school played, which my kid is, of course, of the high school last year, so it's a senior. So they did like a little jam with just the seniors, and that was a little emotional. Looked over and Laura had little sparkles in her eyes. It was a little sad. But they had this group from Lowell, a high school group. They're the Lowell Fusion Rock Orchestra, and they basically played a bunch of pop songs, which is unfortunate because now twice this year I've seen Metallica's Enter Sandman be played by high school kids in fiddle with orchestra instruments and winds and a marching band and shit. So I'm just thinking back how Metallica was this kind of rebellious
fucking strange thing.
And now it's la 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 la, we're a marching band, and regardless, it was fun.
You got old.
Yeah, I did. The shit I like is classic rock now. So, but yeah, no, it was a fun time.
God, I'm glad. Travis, how was your weekend, buddy?
I kind of needed this weekend a little bit to relax and be kind of chill. I went and helped my parents with some leaves, which when they're like, "Hey, come help us." Apparently, all the leaves ended up in their yard. So
the entire county.
Yeah,
entire county.
People just driving over here and dropping leaves off in your yard. But it was good to see them. And after the weekend prior, I think it was probably a well-needed rest and relaxation kind of weekend.
All right. Great.
How about you, Peter?
It's been a good weekend. Friday and Saturday night, both. I went and watched the most epic birthday party ever, which was the elementary school play that Piper Sue was in. She played a little character named Pim, had some speaking lines, and she crushed it. So that was a lot of fun. Yesterday, I spent the day testing out new licensed emergency medical responders, and they all passed. So that was amazing. That's a good thing. But yeah, kind of low key, kind of early bed, a little bit of Starfield, just relaxing, like you said, kind of coming off of a big weekend. So yeah,
I went to a play last night and it really pissed me off.
A play did.
I'm starting to feel it. All right.
Always getting the rosy ones.
Yeah, no, today I think I'm gonna go cool.
that's not an option for you.
So I go to this play. Claire's in it. She's got not a lead role, but she had some lines, things going on. It was pretty cool.
Are you disappointed?
In Claire?
Yeah.
No, she did
Always.
She didn't have
Well,
the
good.
lead-
Good for what she's got to
she
work
didn't
with.
have the lead
Okay.
role.
All right.
But what pissed me off is this play revolved. It had gangsters in it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna rub you out. Those kind of gangsters.
Gonna rub you off.
rub you out.
Gonna rub one out, yeah.
Rub one out.
Yeah.
See?
Gonna give you some snake shoes.
Did you say rub one or rip
It's
one?
going on your face,
Yeah,
okay?
rub you out. That's what they used to say back in the day.
Yeah.
A threat was, I'm going to rub you out.
Back in the day, yeah, rub you out. Haven't you ever seen Bugs Bunny? The Bugs Bunny and the gangster, and he's like,
Okay.
yeah.
Super chat, Curtis Ackerman, $5. Steve looks like his dog just left him for another guy.
The friggin' school, so sensitive, they can't have prop guns. They can have prop guns, but they had to look ridiculous. They were these pink and they look like a hair dryer, and they shot bubbles out of them.
That's fun.
That's stupid. They go to all these lengths and everything, and then they would do a bang, like audio to make it sound like it shot, but they had to announce that it wasn't a real shot. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this country?
I'll tell you exactly what's going on with this country. People are fucking violent and they're shooting up places that are filled with people. That's exactly what's going on.
I mean, not so, but what's that got to do with the high school play? What's that got to do with?
I'm so sick and tired of needless violence ruining my high school musical
I'm
experience.
not saying that. I'm saying what's it got to do? I mean, I'm not suggesting you give the kids real guns. I'm just suggesting you give them maybe a black piece of wood that looks like a gun.
I like bubble guns.
Don't you think a bubble gun is just kind of a fun little
Why they
Fun,
go through
but-
all these efforts for the costumes and everything else to make it look as real as they can, and then you got a stupid.
The first time someone pulled out one of those bubble guns and shot it to a pre-warned bang and bubbles came out of it, did people in the crowd laugh?
No, everybody went, ah.
No.
Real gun!
I don't want a real gun. A farce. I did not want a real gun. No part of me is suggesting we use a real gun. All I'm suggesting is we could use something that kind of looks a little bit like it could be to help you make the
I wish we had the
imaginary
Baldwin
leap.
prop department.
There's somebody that was like under investigation for.
I swear,
I'm
Steve.
not saying you
Steve
I was hoping one of my daughter's classmates would end up like the Crow.
take a squirt gun and spray paint it black. I don't care.
Steve has a checklist, and on this checklist is all the things of like you should never talk about or topics or whatever. And every morning before the podcast, he takes a dart,
Which one am I going to talk
and of
about?
course he throws that one, which totally misses the board. He grabs another one.
Bestiality, sexual assault today is school violence.
I'm not promoting school violence. I'm not promoting a real gun.
promote.
I'm not promoting a real gun replica. I'm just anything besides a hairdryer looking thing that shoots bubbles.
It sounds super
And
fun.
it's awesome. And it's
I wish I could have
ridiculously
seen it
big.
now.
I want to go.
Hey, Drunk Gizmo Customs. For those of you that were at LegionsCon or MesquiCon, the amazing fountain dioramas. Our buddy Alexander Deshaw says, "Miss you, sexy beasts.
Miss
Not as
them
much
too.
as we miss you."
Alexander did donate 2 of his fountains for us to give away, so we'll figure out a way to make that happen as well. Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Just Shelve It said. So it was the bubble gun that pulled you out of the deep reality of the high school.
that and the Amish hats.
Amish hats? Oh,
Yeah, they got
now he's going to attack religion. Here we go. Yep, step it up.
Here we are. These kids that are wearing, they're trying to be like the Chicago gangster stuff, and they got these like hats that look like Weird Al Yankovic wore in Amish Paradise. And I'm like, no, they need to be like fedoras or something. They need to
Bowlers.
Why don't they just take it off and slick the hair back or do something? I'm like, I need to be the director.
Slick their hair back would have been offensive to Italians. So, got to be careful, Steve. Got to be careful. I broke him. He's broken. There's a glitch. So wind him up. Wind him up. He's out of battery.
Pull his string.
There's a snake in my boot.
I love that Steve goes to a high school play and all he does is critique their outfits.
Yeah. I was critiquing their performances too.
Snap period correct. Are you Al Capone or Ezekiel Jedediah? What's going on here?
Some of the performance were lackluster. I was like, why didn't that kid have an expression? I mean, there's a scene where this kid gets pulled in by this chick into a closet and it's supposed to look like they make out, and he comes out and he's like expressionless. Why didn't he come out with a boner over his lips and be like, holy, and I'm like,
stick one of those bubble guns in his
go, come on! You're in the 11th grade. You should know more than this. I'm not at a freaking elementary school play.
Yeah, but
step it up a notch.
Dude, he's in a play. He probably never has experienced that before. So
oh yeah, that's so we're gonna take shots at theater guys now.
Dude, if I had
do it like you would in the boatyard.
If I had it to do over again, I'd have been in the drama.
yeah, you would have been good at it.
It's the new home ec.
Dude, man, all the chicks. And a lot of the guys don't like chicks.
What are you doing?
So if I was in there,
warming it up with my mouth breath,
I would have been like, I probably would have had. I probably would have some older kids than Claire and Katie.
You're talking about how you would have got laid if you would have been in drama, while Jeremy is blowing on his D13 Demons junk.
It's on his knee.
Trying to warm it up with your hot rod.
Now, so just to clarify, Travis was not calling the figures junk. He was referring to the fact that Jeremy had his mouth on the figures junk. So
I'm just trying to warm it up, baby.
Hey,
I don't want to snap a joint.
My junk's a little cold too.
Actually, it's what's funny is the more you blow on mine, the harder it is to bend. So that's kind of the opposite effect. Well, I'm sure Claire did a great job because she's a phenomenal little actress, and I just wish she had a more supportive father. But
I was supportive. I was there.
I was there.
I wasn't an empty seat.
You know what you should? You know what you should do? You should be a super dad and volunteer to help on the next play.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complain about it and not do anything to help the situation, Steve.
Bingo.
Yeah.
They can't handle me.
You're the equivalent to the guy that hates the president but didn't vote.
I voted.
So I was at dress rehearsal. I went a little Steve, just a little Steve. We're at dress rehearsal, and they turned and asked a few parents in the audience, "Hey, what did you guys think went really well?" And like all these moms were like, "Hey, let's blow sunshine up buttholes," and they did that. And they were like, "Hey, is there anything we've done better?" I was like, psh. I said, just so you know, when she's describing the secret way to get into the treehouse, she specifies you have to spin counterclockwise, but she demonstrated going clockwise.
Oh, snap. It's like a grammatical
Valid.
error.
Yeah, valid. And there was like 7 moms in the room, and there's 65 people in the cast. And the one that I insulted's mom was sitting 6 seats from me. And I was like, she's like, we'll work on that. I was like, I'm so sorry that your daughter's dumb.
Valid. He won't support me, but you know what? When he's right, he's right.
Yep.
That's some bullshit.
These kids didn't have guns, though. They had.
Hopefully, they would have a different. See, it was. I guess
bubble gun.
I guess this was a hang up by our principal at the school, which I went to school with her, and she was a grade ahead of me in my high school, and Yeah.
She's come a long way since getting airtight in the locker room. Now she's like, no guns on stage. Okay.
Almost said
Unless
something
they
to her
shoot
last night. I'm like,
bubble.
I see you're still a stick in the fucking mud. Remember me?
By the way, sorry about that, bra.
That's the one.
Remember me? I was a star last weekend at LegionsCon.
Yeah, in your collared
Nice.
shirt. Fucking idiot. Look at me, I've got a polo.
I like it.
Steve was wearing like blue jeans,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus, it's hot as fuck in
He had
this
like,
room.
dress
Yeah,
shoes
because I was
on.
wearing my blue jeans.
Actually, you know what? I was listening to in preparation for LegionsCon. I had pulled up the song on iTunes, and after it got done, it started playing just the middle of a random episode, and it was, excuse me, it was Steven talking about. I sneezed. It happens, guys. Just fucking.
No, you
That
didn't.
was a
Professional.
snit.
You did not sneeze.
Wow.
That was a snit.
You somehow have learned the ability to stop a sneeze. With
I told you guys this story on more than one occasion. All right.
I
You're
like
gonna
to
blow
hear,
your balloon.
I'd like
butt
to hear
out.
it again, though.
Second grade, I sneezed and I blew snot all over my desk, and the kids made fun of me. And I can't let sneezes out in front of people. Okay.
I know. You're
Well-
totally gonna blow like.
How did you get this prolapsed butthole?
I
And it sneezes.
I just snit, and then my butthole blew out.
Hey, let's not derail them. Finish your story.
You were talking about Roger's shoes in the episode. About how he has the same shoe and he just always buys the same shoe,
Yeah,
and it's the only shoe you've ever known. Like, there's no brand on them; they're just black.
Yeah, I
and
don't know what they are.
so I just like I imagined you were wearing those shoes at LegionsCon, the Roger shoes.
I wish.
So,
That would
but
have been awesome.
so obviously we did LegionsCon last weekend, and another amazing weekend. Highlights, Steven, what was one of your favorite parts
The
of
live show.
LegionsCon? That was a riot. That was fun.
The live show,
Oh.
I laugh, and I hate to say it.
Here we go.
I think it pisses me off.
And I hate to say it. You know what really chaps my ass? It's so much fun. You know what grinds my gears?
I was going to say that you guys did great.
He's getting ready to compliment me. Just hold the super chats. He's going to say something nice.
You. I can't do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
We're all waiting. Come
Kyle.
on.
Kyle, I can do.
Kyle came out fucking swinging.
Kyle was the best. I mean, the best I've ever seen Kyle do.
Rare form. That was rare form, Kyle.
And I know you guys are
I
with
was
me.
proud. I was proud.
I was so proud of Kyle. For those of you who missed it at home, well, I mean, maybe you've listened to the episode now, but that part wasn't on that episode, so I guess I'll just explain it.
There you go.
Cornboy was supposed to open our show. Cornboy fell ill. Kyle jumped in at the last minute with some looks likes, which you've all heard if you listen to our show, and he went up there to basically warm us up. And he went up there. He didn't look like the most confident.
Nope,
I
not
don't-
even close.
Nervous.
Yep.
There was a podium. He stepped up to a mic that was not. It was the mic was transmitting to our board, but it wasn't transmitting to the crowd, so you had to speak up. There were no speakers in the room.
We suck.
Yeah, so
I didn't have. I wanted to, but I didn't have space.
No,
There-
that's not anything on
and we had a lot of people crammed in a relatively small room.
60 to 80, probably.
No, so when all was said and done, I gave out 91 or 92 badges. And I think for the most part everybody was there, and there was people that didn't have badges there. So I think there was close to 100 people in that room.
Wow.
So I had seating for 86, and there was people standing in the back.
Oh, yeah,
So
Yeah.
it was packed.
If you were there and you didn't have a badge, you owe us money.
yeah.
Kyle gets up there. Like you said, a little nervous and everything else, a little unsure of himself. He fires off the first looks like joke and gets a pop from the crowd that was
You could
worthy.
see his whole.
And it was like
absolute
somebody lit a fucking candle in his butt.
It was. He got this grin. He got loose, and he started firing them off like a friggin'
Like a seasoned
AR-15.
veteran. Like a fucking pink bubble gun. Just letting them rip.
We do need to get Kyle a pink bubble gun.
Yes. Kyle went on. He had quite a few of them. He rocked it out. Yeah, he it was amazing. I'm really proud of him. Then Pete got up there and continued to roast multiple people in the crowd. Billy Beige was probably took the brunt of it, which by the way, he fully deserves.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Billy Beige, I think, had the most written about him. Curtis was probably shortly thereafter, and then I spread things out pretty well, I think. The House Heel brothers took some shots.
No one was safe.
So no one was
No
safe.
one was
No.
safe.
Even people weren't in the room. Like, I took an opportunity, even though I knew Justin wasn't going to be there, I still roasted him because I wanted to shit on him. So, which that was funny. I don't care who you are. But
It was all funny.
Billy Beige got walked out
Once again,
once again. It's 2 years in a row.
2 consecutive years where Billy does not make it through a live podcast of ours.
you guys keep saying that. What he got, I don't remember him getting. Did he get thrown out of our panel last year?
Yes.
There-
Different circumstances, but
it wasn't
yeah.
really thrown out.
thrown
It
out.
was
He
more
was
like
just removed.
saving him.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Also thrown out or walked out by
Right.
Anthony
By
Housie.
Yeah,
Anthony.
Anthony both times. So
Oh, speaking of Anthony,
He needs
Kang,
a fucking bodyguard, a Migwig Tickum bodyguard shirt.
he does. Should make that happen.
And on the back, it just says protecting their virtue. So,
The decision to do the 300 live, well, the live show was obviously happened. Pete put a lot of work into that, but the decision to make it the 300 happened probably the week of.
oh, did it?
a
That's
few
interesting.
days.
So I found out at
So-
the fucking time.
You're welcome. Surprise.
Travis,
I was like, I knew.
Travis
you.
brought it up like at a rest stop on the way there. And I was like, yeah, we should do that. So I ran it by Steve, and Steve was like, that could be fun. And then we're like, well, he's not on the shirt. Fuck him. So we'll just tell him when we get there.
It just, we knew there was going to be a lot of our Patreons at the show.
25.
Yeah,
or
you know,
so.
so it just made a lot
And
of
a
sense.
lot of our local crew was able to be there.
Yep.
So
We will do a live show here locally sometime soon for our local friends, but it just kind of
Fuck them.
it worked out perfect.
it was fun.
And Pete, you really did kill it with that live show. And I'll say having having the other podcast guys and participate in the Jeopardy was a riot.
There was an
That was a good
energy in
time.
that room that was insane.
It was a great energy in that
Like the
room.
parody songs, everybody's singing along and everything.
That was I think the
Nuts.
ultimate way to cap that night off.
Totally
That was
unexpected
perfect. So
too. And we were, truth be told, considering possibly not doing the parody stuff.
Oh, I'm so glad you
So-
guys did that. So glad you guys did. It was the
We-
perfect way to end it.
we kind of made that decision in that final moment of the show.
I was like, "Oh, we're
So,
doing it!
yeah.
All right."
So
Good thing I ran over him.
because we didn't know how long everything was going to go, and we didn't want to keep people away from the lobby too awful
Totally get
long.
that, too.
So
And then, of course, the tattoo.
that was fun.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pete got a tattoo from the amazing
David Williams, man.
absolutely. The guy is just an unbelievable talent. And not only that, he is just a
Super nicest guy in the history of the world.
he is a great dude.
He's one of those guys that wouldn't rub plastic on plastic while you're talking. He's that kind of a nice guy.
At least I pulled it away from the mic.
He is a great dude and obviously very talented. And after sitting there watching, I will say, like, I don't get me wrong, I wanted to talk about, because we during that time, which we're not going to do on here because we did it on the 300th episode, we talked about the reveals.
Mhm.
But as we're going through those, like, we started to get to a point where I'm like, holy cow, there's still some more tattoo to get done here. Yeah, we got some time. We got to fill. But Pete did an amazing job. I think you even started the game show while you were still being tattooed.
Yeah. Multitask, man.
You
know,
you did an amazing job, Peter.
no, it was so. What's super funny is so I
It's not that big a deal. It wasn't like he was getting his tongue tattooed.
Trav had come to me and said, "Hey, I talked to old man Kyle about maybe doing some looks like stuff at the live show." Well, so the roast aspect, nobody really knew. I have a feeling they suspected. I don't know what you guys suspected. You knew I had a bit,
Well,
but you didn't know what.
Talking about doing a roast for like 5 years.
For a long time, absolutely. And I've been writing, and it never came to fruition. Well, I didn't tell anybody. So going into the event, Cornboy knew because he was going to introduce the roast, and Gerard knew because I asked for a podium and some things that were kind of strange.
A bowl of only blue M&Ms.
Only blue M&Ms, red toilet paper, and titanium straws.
Billy Beige super chat says it was an amazing variety show.
Yeah.
Classic.
How do you know? You weren't even there.
I know. From the hallway, it sounded amazing.
I wish someone had a picture of Billy with his
Yeah.
ear pressed against the door.
Sucking his thumb.
Curtis throwing the balled up money at us. Super chat.
That was funny. That was funny. Oh, speaking of that, I'm happy to see Billy learn that you can interrupt the show, but you have to pay for it. So I went to Kyle after everything happened with Cornboy, and I said, "Hey, listen," I said, "Here's the deal. The looks like thing is totally fine, but what nobody knows is I'm doing this roast." He goes, "Well, I don't want to step on any toes." I said, "No." I said, "I do the roast." He goes, "Well, why don't I give you mine, and then you can, so we don't duplicate." And I'm like, "No, I want to hear yours with everybody else." So then I went back to him later and I said, "Hey, why don't you open the show with your looks like and then introduce me?" And he was super excited. So, and I was like, "Well, I can just adapt. If he says anything that's close to what I'm going to say, then I can just change it, So it was super cool that he was willing and able to do that for us. But he really got that freaking crowd primed, man.
Yeah.
So
I was just glad
Were you
too.
scared to follow him up?
it was good. It was really good. I was happy to follow him up. For one, there wasn't anybody in that room that I would have been scared to follow up. Because I'm amazing. But no, but dude, anytime, he handed me that crowd on a silver platter. Like I couldn't. And what he demonstrated is obviously not only he's funny, which we knew that, the crowd was there to laugh. And when you've got a crowd that is interested in having a good time and laughing, I was like, this hopefully can only go up from here. And that's exactly what it did.
Well,
So
come on. We had alcohol around. We gave him
expensive
pizza.
alcohol around.
We gave him pizza.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why we gave him so much non-pepperoni pizza, but what the fuck?
They were cheaper. The cheese were $6 cheaper per. So
Listen, what you need to do is if you know there's a lot of pepperoni and there's a lot of cheese, you right away run and get that.
I did. Right to the pepperoni.
Get that pepperoni.
I had one little corner slice was all I had, just because I wanted to have something in my mouth for my tattoo. And we got done with the show. I was starving because I didn't even really eat.
Bye, Jesse.
I went back there to try to get some a little bit later, and I was like, "What am I, 6? This cheese pizza." Like, oh yeah, I guess I'll sit at the kids' table.
What am I in Home Alone?
Well, I was sitting next to Vernetta, still halfway into the show. She was trying to figure out what she paid for, what she got, what.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the boxes showed up. There were supposed to be 10 boxes. There was 5, but the boxes were huge. There was 2 pizzas in each box.
Okay.
So when they showed up,
Oh, it didn't look like we got what we ordered.
No, and the delivery bags I think is what they're talking about, because the boxes themselves only had one pizza in them.
but it was like a pizza
It was a
like
big
It's huge.
pizza, but
Yeah, it was a big rectangle pizza.
yeah.
So
I don't know.
Regardless,
Regardless, we fed people. We let them drink. We made them laugh.
Big Dub Squeeze It brought some alcohol, and
Yeah.
there was, who was the other one that brought alcohol?
I'm not going to remember names, so I'm
Damn
not going
it.
to name names.
I'm sorry. It was greatly appreciated. It was a really nice bottle of whiskey or bourbon as well. I'll think of it.
Which I was
Maybe.
drinking.
there was some alcohol consumed that weekend. That's
There
for
was some
sure.
alcohol
I
consumed.
was
that
drinking,
weekend.
and listening back to the show, I could tell I was drinking because I was.
Oh shit, we got two super chats. Billy Beige, I wish some loan. Oh, we did that one. No, we didn't. Some loan had a pic of me eating a comically large pretzel in the pub after getting kicked out and trading a Guinness to Mark Hausiel for wine. And then
No, nobody wishes we had a picture of that.
No.
And then Edgardo de Jesus says, "What a great time! Great pizza, drinks, and laughs." I wonder if people are like, "Is this going to be a shit show?"
Well, there was definitely there was a few people in that room that are not regular listeners of our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we advertised it as a dumpster fire. So,
I
I mean,
fair.
we started out low with expectations,
Yeah,
and then we try to, do better.
we try.
I thought the badges were a cool touch.
That's
I thought that was
cool.
super cool.
They were super cool. And then to have people walking around that show wearing your badge like that,
Yep.
I mean, it was a pretty cool experience. Now I don't know what in the hell we're gonna do next year.
Next year's going to be rough.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
it's
just gonna have an orgy.
The buzz. Well, no, the buzz. The fact of the matter is we can't have more people than that.
we're gonna have to start. It's literally gonna be 4 Patreon people,
Right.
and then after that,
Right.
yes,
Yeah. Because the buzz that it generated this last weekend,
Unless Gerard gets us a
So-
bigger room.
he can't already talk to him. That's as big as we got. So
But the good thing is if we don't get canceled between now and then,
Sounds like this whole con was for your guys' live event.
okay, there was a con besides
it didn't feel like that.
I did watch Mythic Conversations Wednesday night with Jeremy and Big Dub
Yeah.
recapping LegionsCon, and there was no mention of our live show even happening. I thought maybe you would have said something like, "Hey, then the guys did. My wife was going to kill me. Did a live show. I couldn't attend, but I heard it was great."
Maybe
Nothing.
if we would have actually been in the viewing audience on Mythic Customs Live and just said hi.
I was.
Oh, were you?
I was, but
Did you say
Now,
hi?
who's your favorite, Jeremy?
I did say hi.
Oh, look at you.
But I think that he probably just doesn't want to be associated with it.
Boy, can you blame him?
No.
Big Dub had a blast in there, man.
Yeah,
It was fun hanging out with that guy.
it was a lot of fun hanging out with Big Dub, and I think he just judging on some of the videos I've watched and watching Mythic Conversations, like that guy I think just fell in love with Mythic Legions. So.
We shared showering techniques.
Nice.
Oh,
That's the kind of conversations you're having at LegionsCon, huh?
Got shoulders like us. It's hard to fit in a there's a certain ways you got to do things.
It was a magical event at at the live show at a much more magical weekend that I feel like I knew the live show was going to be fun. I didn't realize how much fun I was going to have.
same.
Yeah.
You dancing up the aisle to Gotti's Dumb.
Oh, it's so
See,
good.
and I missed a lot of that because I'm sitting
You're
there
playing
just like
guitar.
playing the guitar. yeah.
It's all in Maverick's video because I didn't notice it really either. But it's all in
That's
Mav's
what I was
video.
laughing at. Courtney's like, because I played it for Courtney, and she's like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, because I'm laughing when there's no lyrics, and I'm like, I'm laughing at Travis because Travis is being Travis.
Sitting on people's laps and shit.
Thank God the song wasn't louder or longer because I might have taken off some clothes.
I'm surprised your shirt wasn't off.
Yeah,
I really am. At least your shirt.
It was pretty magical, and like you said, people singing along to "Hey Anthony," and I mean, it was fun. It was probably one of the greatest times I think I've had with us recording, and we have had some fun.
Yeah,
We have had some fun. Yeah, it was a great time, and I really appreciate everyone that came in and sat through and watched and helped appreciate all of Pete's hard work because especially Steve and I didn't do shit. You played a guitar.
All I did was brush up on 4 chords.
Yeah.
So
but Pete, you killed it.
Thanks, man. We were in the hotel room Friday night, and he's playing, and I'm singing like, and people are knocking on the door, and so Rodriguez is in there. We're all singing along, just kind of. And then there was and I can never remember the guy's name. He wears all purple.
Frazier.
Jordan. Yeah, Jordan. Yep. And he kind of pokes his head out like, "What's going on over there?" I was like, "Yeah, that's how we do. Sorry, you're next to us." So.
All right.
So my favorite part of the con, Jeremy.
Super chat, Curtis Ackerman. I got motorboated by Travi.
is that with shirt or without shirt?
That was without shirt.
That was
All right.
without
Yeah.
shirt.
That was during the Curtis Con And that was a fun little thing that Jesse and those guys did.
That was pretty cool.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get a shirt, but whatever. So.
Well, the only reason I got it, I was standing there. Jesse comes up to Len and he goes, because Len made the shirts, and Jesse comes up to Len and goes, hey, and I think it was all Len's idea, to be honest. I'm not sure on that, but he goes, I gave out shirts, but I got one left, and I'm just standing there, and Len looks at me and goes, what size are you? I'm like, extra large. He goes, here you go. Which was awesome.
I would say that. I mean, I want to say it's my favorite part too. So I kind of, but there was this moment.
If you had to go down to your next favorite part.
There were lots of moments, but there was like one time that really sticks out to me, and it made me giggle. Was when we were at G-Con, and Steve got called up. And everybody started.
Oh, that was
and the
so
whole
damn
like our
funny.
side, everybody was like roaring like
the
gorillas.
chip chant.
Yeah, the chip chant.
That was so funny.
We're gonna have to go back and pull that from the G-Con video and
I
post it.
watched the G-Con video.
Can you hear it?
You can hear it, but
Okay.
it doesn't do it justice.
Okay.
Because we're so far off mic.
It was
Yeah.
epic.
But you got to remember, it happened twice.
Yeah.
Casper started talking crap,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
and then
Yep.
I retorted, and then the chimp chant came out of nowhere.
And I wish I knew who started it, but I swear
suspected you.
it wasn't me. Someone to the left, and I feel like it was either Matt or Kyle.
Yeah,
and
I could see that.
And those, I mean, let's be honest, those two are like, if there was a fifth host,
Right.
I mean, and those guys they started, and then I just fucking jumped on it.
It was one of the coolest things. They tried talking smack, and they get a whole crowd of people being as.
That's great.
It was awesome.
It was so much toxic masculinity.
Oh.
I was so happy.
Or faux
proud.
toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Very full.
it was
Like,
there.
take that. And then it happens again when I get called up to the
Yeah.
to go do my reveal.
Yeah.
While not like my favorite, moment of the entire weekend, it sticks out a lot, and it was just
And they did the
hilarious.
chip chant at the end of our live show,
Yeah.
which I didn't even know. I became more aware of that when I would listen to it back. I'm like, they started chip chant at the end.
G-Con, I've loved. So is this the third G-Con we've been to? Yes. Right?
Yes.
Third. I've loved every single one of them.
Mhm.
And there's a part of me that goes, man, to sit in a room for 4+ hours, 5 hours, like it's not what a lot of people would be like, oh, that's what I really want to do. But
Yeah.
man, watching those toys, and this wave too, it seemed like everyone that came out was just
A banger.
yeah, it just everyone. I mean, they had creepy shit in there that just like, so they were a ton of fan service. The whole, I mean, everything with the layer guys. I mean, Brad and Mike. I had a tear rolling down my face. Like I got no problem saying that I was just a straight up bitch. Like I'm watching that and watching someone, because we know what it feels like.
Yeah.
I mean, we know, we were sitting in this room though when we
found out way ahead of time.
Yeah.
And we
and-
were still in the old studio.
where
we
we
got
were
it.
Yeah.
okay,
Yep,
yeah,
we were.
but so we found out over the air, like kind of thing. And just to watch that, it was just a cool. And then I'm sitting there looking, like watching Vernetta sit through, like Vernetta came with us, and this is her first kind of in like watching her just kind of enjoy this whole.
She had a blast.
Yeah.
She goes, there's no way I'm not going next year.
Yeah.
Like I am going.
But
next
she's
year.
all about people, and that's what it is people.
The way she was running the booth,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's
freaking great.
Oh, she takes care of business. Oh,
she
every time.
loves talking
Yep.
to people. Yep. She's just a professional at that kind of stuff. She was just so funny. She said, she even made the comment to us. She goes, geez, I felt like I was in the splashdown area when they brought that bear out.
Yeah.
We're on the way driving there, and I go, listen to me. Okay. After the reveals at G-Con, which I told her I was pretty confident she's gonna be able to attend, I said, after that, you are going to need to be very careful. Okay. because there's going to be a lot of dudes walking around with some serious toy wood going on.
Right.
Yeah, it was nerdy, that's for sure.
You know, CB not being there kind of had that little bit of, but man, the
It wasn't
horseman
complete.
No, it wasn't complete, but the horsemen they just kill
Soldier
it.
on, man.
They kill it, and it's the whole team. Like it is the whole team. Diego coming out in the Viking costume,
so
and
good.
oh my god! And I should say costume. That's probably really what Diego. That's actually what.
Yeah.
That's Tuesday brunch. So
it just was killer. And Jeremy and Eric, I mean, sat there for 5 hours.
Oh wait, we got an email Vickman super chat.
Oh my.
No words, and I think it's about 92 cents. So
We'll take it.
I think the
money bags.
I think the best comment in all of GCon was Jeremy Gerard talking about Elliot in his costume and saying, "Hey, he brought his helmet just in case he met Pete face to face." I was like, "That's good. I like that."
By the way, Elliot is a super nice.
Oh, he's a sweetheart.
Super
He's
nice
an absolute. Well, and obviously he's a nice dude because he tries to make sure nobody gets their feelings hurt on the cabal.
Yeah.
What's this comment from Courtney?
I'm glad the trip got better for Steve. It didn't start out so well.
Oh, I had a couple notes. Steve, do you you're going away for a weekend of festivities where you're gonna need to eat, right? You're gonna
Batman 8-9. No, he does not know that. He's dumb. We sang a whole song about it. So he says, does Travis understand that members of Patreon are called patrons and not Patreons? No, he doesn't.
They're called Patreons in our world.
And this is the Mom's Gonna Kill Me universe.
Steve comes to me and says, "Yeah, my weekend hasn't started out so great." And I'm like, "Well, you rode in a car, Matt." And
which is funny because Matt was like, "Hey, my weekend is." I said, "Yeah, because you rode in a car with Steve." So
Steve goes, "Yeah, I forgot my wallet."
I didn't forget my wallet.
He lost it.
He lost it at the restaurant the day prior.
And didn't realize it until the morning I was leaving.
Hey man, can you use your card to cover the pizzas? I would, but there's a problem. I said, what's that? I don't have my wallet. You drove 1,000 miles without your wallet?
No, I rode.
Wow.
Me and Emil and Tomas were out the day prior. I take him to Lefty and Romo's for lunch.
Right. Didn't invite any of us because gatekeeper. You know what I mean?
He is a gatekeeper. He's such a gatekeeper.
They wouldn't. I was messaging the three of them to like try to make plans. He wouldn't even let them respond to my messages.
They were trying to knock their phones.
He was the only one that communicated. Those guys will talk to me when they're in their daughter.
That better be your daughter you're talking to.
We have no service unless they're at my house.
Wi-Fi.
They needed Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And he didn't give him the password.
We didn't give him the
we weren't at my house a lot. We were out doing things.
hotspot.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, yeah, it's a good. We get it.
So yeah. So I take him to Lefty and Romo's. Have a great lunch. Unbeknownst to me, my wallet worked its way out of my back pocket, fell on the floor behind me.
Unbeknownst to him.
It just squishes out like toothpaste.
It does.
I can't even tell you how many times Steve has called.
How many times have you lost your wallet?
Steve's called me and said, "Can you go down to the podcast studio and see if my wallet is?" It's in his chair.
You should start putting. Is it in your back pocket?
Yeah.
You should start putting it in your front.
Get a money clip.
I did.
Yeah, get a money clip.
Yeah. Once I got what was that?
What about my driver's license? All my cards.
I got a little clip thing, dude. It all fits right in it.
When I got sciatica, I
Yes.
totally stopped putting the wallet in my butt.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't stopped putting my wallet in my butt yet. So
Super chat. Tomas, this is from Curtis. Says Tomas told me the bank was closed when they got back to Sweden, so they couldn't exchange or deposit their American money. Emil had to take a suitcase full of money home like an arms dealer.
What's in his bag, sir?
And that was a suitcase full of money because he sold every goddamn figure he had on that table.
it was crazy, but we'll get there. To finish my story real quick, I get up the next morning. I load the van where everything's going fantastic. You do that. You know, everybody do that pat down before you walk out the door. You're like, okay, keys, wallet.
Boom, wallet.
Wait a
keys.
minute, wallet.
Dick.
Where's my wallet?
Yes.
So then the hunt begins around my house at 5 a.m. to find my wallet, which we did not. And I just gave up. And I'm like, it has to be at Lefty Romo's because Emil paid the bill at Lefty's because I fucking wasn't going to pay it. And so I never had to pull my wallet out. So I was like, all right. I grabbed a wad of cash and I put it in my front pocket. And I said, all right, I'm going a weekend without an ID or a credit card or anything. And luckily, it worked out great because I never had to leave that place.
That's true.
On that shield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Which is the nice thing is you really, even not having your wallet, you're fine, right?
Well, we talked about it. Remember, you even said, well, because, okay, so the restaurant didn't open up till 11, so we couldn't call the restaurant to see if it was there. I did that on the road, on the way. Yep. So I called, got my wallet. So I talked to Trav about it. He's like, Trav's like, well, you can have her overnight it. And we talked. I'm like, okay, but what am I going to need it for now? And we kind of decided I really don't need it. So,
no, we everything we had we could have just covered and figured it out at the end. That wouldn't have been a big deal.
Did you get booze in the restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're fucking gray as shit. They didn't fucking card Maverick. They're not going to card you. Speaking of the restaurant, I got pushed out of the way by a doctor.
Really? How do you know he was a doctor?
Because he said so when he pushed me out of the way.
Said I'm Dr. So-and-so. Get out of my way.
Yeah. So we were sitting having dinner and somebody started screaming, somebody called 911. And the whole table looked at me, hero, obviously. And so I get up to go over there. And there's a woman on the ground. And I introduced myself. I said, hey, can I help you? And, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I'm like, no, you're not fine. And so I get her up into the chair. And this doctor rolls up. He goes, I'm a physician. I was like, so I looked at the family. I was like, better hope he's not a podiatrist. And I just walked away. Like, all right, see you later. But, so she didn't die. I talked to the cops that came.
At least there.
Good.
So, yeah, at least there. So.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't consult his diagnosis with you.
I would have too.
Did you tell him you were like a security guard at a restaurant, at a hospital or something?
Well, first off, it's officer. Show some respect. No, I didn't.
I was a security guard.
He was a physician, so I got out of his way. Like, he's a doctor. He knows more than I do.
Cryptosporidium, isn't it?
So what? That's not even a word. Is that a word?
It's cryptosporidium.
Cryptosporidium?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got histoplasmosis psychosis. Shut up. That shit crazy.
So Steve shows up with no wallet.
Steve shows up with no wallet. One of the, and I know we're kind of bouncing around, but one of the little moments, the Euro Legions guys like drug their asses out of bed at like 5 a.m. Even though they could have slept all day because they weren't flying out just to come down and say goodbye to us. That was super cool.
You're in the picture.
No, I know they were there, but I didn't know I thought they were there because they had a flight to catch or something.
No, their flight didn't leave for hours.
Yeah, they
got up just to say goodbye.
Them fuckers.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They went to Big Greg's that day. Got to see his collection.
Yeah.
Those guys sold some shit. Caulfield sold some shit.
Oh, yeah.
He sold like 80 or 90 heads.
Wow.
So they were crushing it over there.
All right. So we had live show. We had G-Con. Actually, real quick, I want to throw another little thing that how Steve was starting his weekend. Do you guys remember Steve's phone going off during the G-Con?
Yeah. What the hell was that?
That's shocking. I don't know.
Look at my surprised face camera.
It was playing. It like started playing YouTube. No, but it was possessed. Then I closed it. And it stopped, and then it started playing YouTube again. And I'm like closing it. I did it like 4 times. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on?
How many times did your Apple Watch go off?
No, I don't know a lot.
Watching him over there, because the Barbie phone in his hand, I mean.
The files are in the computer.
Yeah.
Here's a comment here. Greed the Avaricious says the best part of last weekend wasn't attending my first LegionsCon. It wasn't being able to attend the live show. It was catching freaking COVID. And I'm actually surprised that I'm good. Did you guys?
I didn't get con crowd or nothing.
I didn't get but I got sick feeling.
Do we know who Greed is? Do we know that name?
No.
Well, we're sorry to hear that. That sucks.
Yeah.
We hope that it's just a positive test versus actually feeling like shit. But
yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, it's just like PowerCon last
no,
year.
Curtis, I didn't. Fuck you.
And LegionsCon last year, it was like everybody got fucking sick from both of those.
Yeah.
Like this time, like I'm not hearing shit. So
No.
good.
No,
Well, I think too.
Good.
I mean, some people actually posted they ended up not coming because they were, sick prior.
Right.
So I think
I was sick prior.
But he didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a chainsaw.
From
Billy Beige did not get sick. He's got so many prophylactics running through his system because of all of his VD. It just couldn't grow. So
highlight for me, the people.
it's always the people, man.
The
The people make it. The people make it.
Well, you guys hit two big ones. You hit the live show, which was
No,
an amazing.
that was me agreeing with you. No, I wasn't sure.
No, yeah, this guy is though.
Yeah.
He's gonna be shit. You hit the G-Con, which obviously had the reveal for the toys, which was of course why we were all there. But man, the people, it's
It's fun.
just so much fun. Like it's so much fun. It's such
hanging out by the fires. And...
Oh yeah, hanging out by the fire was fun.
It's just such a good group of people, and then the people we bring.
Right. I totally screwed over Dusty and Ann Stanford. So we
In the room or
no, in the restaurant. So
Now this sounds fun.
I literally ordered dessert and they gave me 3 big old scoops of ice cream. I ate 2 of them and I couldn't eat the last one. So I went over to their table and I said, "Hey man," I said, "do you want this ice cream?" I didn't touch, and Ann snatches it. And I was like, "Yes, please eat that." So she's eating it. Well, come to find out, Dylan, the server that we had, the younger guy the previous nights, he goes over, sees her having dessert.
He puts it on her tab.
No, he thinks that they'd have already gotten their food. So he goes on about his business and he's like, "Oh, in my head, well, if they've got dessert already, they must have already gotten their food." No, they hadn't gotten their food yet because it was my dessert.
Oh shit.
So it got super confusing. But yeah, so
I was finally able to get him to sell me one of his books.
You finally, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, after him dodging me and ducking me at PowerCon and selling it to everybody else because they weren't for sale. Like, so are they for sale now, buddy? He's like, "Oh, I guess."
Cabal Creations from Bang Studios, Dusty Stanford, some awesome art in there. Basically, it's a badass Mythic Legions coloring book. So much fun. And look forward to, in the near-ish future, Volume 2.
Look forward to next year when I color all those pages and sell them. I'll stay in the lines and everything.
Curtis says, super chat, "It was nice seeing non-ball and chain Travis." And Billy Beige says, "I actually am sick. Bunch of upper respiratory."
Oh, we didn't ask, but we'll take your $2.
Yep.
There is a difference, obviously, going without the family. It's great going with the family, especially because Kane loves the toys too. But there is just something about having it being a bachelor weekend kind of thing. It was a good time. I had a ton of fun.
Except for hey guys, bringing your wives. Your other wives see that and they go, "I thought it was a bachelor weekend." I'm like, "Well, I can't control those guys and their wives." So
So I don't know. Obviously somebody critiqued me in the chat here. I don't know how to pronounce things with the correct accent. Just call me Travis, I guess. I don't know. But I found out that Edgardo D. Jesus, which is very American, that's actually Ed's Nice. I didn't realize that it was yeah, man, Tequila Rose. That was tasty, buddy.
it's actually what? Ed's what?
Ed's Nice.
Mm.
On Facebook. That's he goes.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Tequila Rose.
Yeah, it was delicious. Thanks, Anna.
You go into an environment like that where there's so many people and a lot of people you don't know, and we do have that weird thing because of this podcast and how open we are. These people all know us.
Oh yeah,
Like They all know us.
And so many of them, even though they have like the people I did remember, still introduce themselves because of all those shitty times. I was like, we don't know you.
Yeah.
Stay who you are.
I do appreciate
Jim
it.
Sargent went by and I'm like, hey, that's Jim.
Yep.
He's like, Jim Sargent. I was like, I know, I know, obviously.
Chris Durant's the speaker. Chris. And I'm like, I know, buddy. I remember you.
Yeah.
So
just a great time and hanging out with those people. And you think when you're, and it's been talked about, you think when you're going to get that many people,
Steve O'Bang, he has trouble with words because of the consonants and vowels.
Whenever words have those in them, they do get
they're
difficult.
tough. It's tough.
Oh, dropping song lyrics. I love it, Steve-O.
Literally no drama. Like no drama.
Well, yes, no drama.
No recordable drama.
No reportable on the podcast drama.
Yep.
Just, and that's the thing, when you get like a group of people like that together, you just kind of sometimes expect there's gonna be something weird, especially when there's that much alcohol.
Anyone get too drunk?
No such thing.
I don't.
Friday night,
Bloop
we
dog.
partied. Friday night we partied. Like I said, so Jeremy took a picture of my face,
Yeah.
and I sent it to my daughters, and I was like, "What? I'm not drunk." Oh,
Friday night.
So that night I drank half of that half a gallon of Johnny Walker Red.
It was probably more than half.
It was a lot. But no, that was a riot. And I got that badass Cabal mug.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. I got that Friday night from Walter in the Cabal area.
Friday night was the night where, like, I know I slept 3 hours. Like,
I didn't sleep all weekend.
And we all went to bed around the same time.
Yeah, Saturday during the day was a little brutal. It took everything.
It's just the opening day of the show, too.
Right.
Like, I mean,
well, we had to perform Saturday night. Like, I had to like find that second wind.
Yeah.
And then after the show, I crashed. I was literally like,
oh, I bet.
trying to eat my cheese sticks.
That's the night I picked to play.
Snuggling with bugles.
The woman, the housekeeper, kept pointing to this spot on Jeremy's bed. And we couldn't understand her.
In my head, I'm feeling super guilty, like she thinks it's my cock print or something like that.
Like it was bugle dust.
No
he fell asleep cuddling a bag of bugle.
So one
there was
bugle had gone astray from the bag, right? I'm snuggling the bag, but one fell out. It was the nice one. And what had happened was, when I found it in the middle of the night and went, oh, and I ate it. So
awesome,
and that's after the bag fell on the floor. But the one was, yeah. So anyway, but when you look, it looked like there was 2 spots. So what had
like orange stains?
Yeah, the orange. It was nacho cheese flavor, so there was like dust, So it must have got stuck between, the comforter, and then when you pull it apart, there's 2, And she's looking at it, like pointing at it, like,
I don't know what she's saying. She speaks Spanish.
It's my dick. Like, stop.
She just kept pointing and laughing. We're like, we don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
He even tried to like pull up Google Translate.
I did to tell her
No
not
way.
to clean his bed, which I think she got, but
That's crazy.
She was pointing at it. You should have pointed at your
Yeah.
penis.
I'm sitting there going, man,
I've
I've seen porno start this way.
oh, stupid bugles.
They were so good.
delicious.
So good.
KJ Smith says, Jeremy and I shared a good laugh while holding our breath in the bathroom with our eyes burning.
That was brutal.
You went ninja, right? So like,
Oh.
you like went ninja. So it's like that. And it's like he's peeing, going.
Literally gagging. I have never.
I don't know what happened.
As I was walking out, like I didn't even wash my hands or anything. I just went in and peed. As I was walking out, I was like, "You need to make an appointment with your primary care physician."
I can't. That couldn't.
It had to be It had to be the sewer or
I
something.
work in the sewer industry. I've smelt a lot.
Real American
I
hero.
smelled a lot of bad stuff, but I never smelt that.
It was bad.
I went in there, and I mean, it was
Expectable, I guess, right?
Oh, it was so sharp. Sharp.
Yeah.
It was so sharp.
It cuts like a knife.
Yeah. It's like normally you can kind of sift through that
It
soft,
was tangy.
but yeah, this had like it was like you're not getting away.
Right.
No, you
I was like, it's in my pores. You can taste it in my pores.
I can taste it. I started breathing through my nose, and I'm like, I can taste this shit.
Oh, So bad.
burping up shit taste later.
Oh,
Smells like the studio.
Smells like home.
yeah, that was. I can honestly say, and just because of my life experiences, I'm around probably more bodily fluid than the average bear, and that it was. I mean, I was like,
but it went away. I went in there later and it was gone. So I don't. I'm thinking
somebody-
that had to have come from a person.
yeah, and I think maybe it wasn't a good flush job. I think the bathroom attendant people were like, "Holy cow, this is still floating and lingering." But yeah, that was the most brutal shit smell I've ever smelled.
Good job, Billy.
Yeah.
So I tend to do a lot of courtesy flushes.
Oh, I'm a courtesy flusher. guy.
Yeah.
Well, when your balls hang in the water.
How does Curtis flush?
Curtis says we also had
The courtesy flush.
what's the wiener peeper on Saturday?
The wiener
Curtis says we also had the wiener peeper Saturday.
I don't know about the wiener peeper.
Supposedly there was a guy in the
maybe I
bathroom,
do.
which by the way, the bathroom. I mean, the hotel was amazing.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't want us telling you this right now make you
Oh
think
no,
that this
just
hotel
one, it
was.
was one bad shitter.
Yeah,
It was-
yes.
The hotel
Someone
was
did it.
way too classy for any of us.
Yeah,
Pretty clean.
Jeremy and Joe, like they killed it with this thing. It was amazing.
I'm so glad that the announcement is to be back there next year.
Yeah, because
Yep.
not only did they put on an amazing show, which that show was amazing, that hotel and staff did a great job.
Yep.
And which was wonderful. There was apparently a guy in the men's restroom that was doing a little pickle gazing.
Pickle gazing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And it was not one of us.
Why didn't he look at mine?
This time.
I feel so left
It
out.
might,
Yeah.
it might have tried.
Now that I've lost a little bit of weight, it's starting to peek out again. and
Really?
I want to show it off.
Well, I was pretty confident he was in there when I was in there because, like, you know me, I like
You got a meaty one there.
I want to put on a show anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm usually like a stand back about 2 feet from the.
Look what I can do.
Peeing on the floor on purpose.
Look what I can do.
Hey, get up there!
I'll get on up.
But apparently there was a guy in there doing some peeking. You know,
Oh, well.
I wish I could describe them.
Billy Beige. After he shit.
They looked a little gray, and it was probably short and wrinkly.
Did Pete get asked what his favorite thing is so he doesn't bitch?
No. So the live show is off
Just ask
the
him.
table. The toy reveal is off the table, and I said the people. What do you got left, buddy?
Oh, I just chimed in on everybody else's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is there anything-
geez. Oh,
anything-
yeah. The one time
anything you want
someone asked
thrown there
someone.
that-
Oh, no, don't worry about me. I'll just chime in.
I know.
When he's done, we'll talk. So
Did you do the pool?
no, couldn't find the pool.
Was there a pool?
There was.
There was a pool. Couldn't
There
find
was. I think it was like around the gymular workout area, maybe.
I did not
No?
spend a lot of
I went
time
to the gym every morning.
wandering around that
No.
hotel.
Huh.
I did not spend a lot of
I
time.
swear
wandering
people
around.
were talking about the pool.
Well, there was rules on our door for the pool.
Yeah,
Okay,
and,
so there was a pool.
And I- and
Oh,
Chris
I got a
James,
picture of it. I got a
Chris James'
picture of
wife
it.
Kathleen was looking for it and
It
never
looks
found it.
nice.
Mm.
Yeah, it looks like a nice pool.
Yeah.
Maybe we should all go swimming next time.
God darn it!
I brought my swimming trunks.
I
Oh,
did, but I
forget.
still would have swam.
The place was great.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Now, not a place where you're gonna walk to other places.
No, you're pretty much there. Or like
Yeah.
you're gonna have to drive to Wegmans. It's like
The best
feet away,
grocery
but it
store in the
takes
history
40
of the
hours
world.
to get there. It's not a
Um,
grocery store. It's a fucking paradise.
any
was
complaints? Any downsides?
I did kind of
ended.
miss G-Con being at the studio.
I
did.
agree.
And I also think, with obviously respect to all of these people, I thought it was super cool that they were like, "Hey, we're gonna let everybody into G-Con."
Very cool.
The AV was not set up for that size of a crowd.
Right.
They should have used the projector, and they should have been audibly mic'd.
Yes.
Because if you were after about 4 rows, Treadaway said some great things that nobody could hear because he speaks softly,
Yes.
and he's like dropping these awesome little tips and tricks and things about these figures, and you couldn't hear him halfway through the room.
Yeah.
So again, it was a great gesture, and it was super fun.
And
But
if anybody
I think
started
they can step.
talking,
Yeah,
made it
yep.
worse.
Which I
Yeah.
will
Yep.
say people did a pretty good job at not.
Pretty
Near-
good
I mean,
job,
there
but there
was
were some
near-
moments.
5
Near the-
hours.
Yeah, near
5
the
hours
end.
a long
5
time.
hours, it's gonna happen.
Right, but step out. You know,
I know.
they specifically George was pretty damn specific. Like he said, everybody shut the fuck up
George
without
kinda
saying.
scary.
I love
That
George.
guy, man, he's big old beard and shit.
I told it's not a beard. It's not a beard.
Well, what-
Those are mutton chops.
yeah.
This is shaved. And I told him, I said, I already sent a picture of your face to my wife, and I said, the day I retire, this is where I'm going. Because he has the most epic chops in the history of chops. Like I would follow him into a war with those chops.
Wow.
And I told him that to his face. And then I hugged him. It was awkward because he didn't want to hug.
I actually like
Kinda
the
hugger.
G-Con at the hotel. I like that. I do agree. I agree with the audio and everything. I
think
like.
just miss the
I-
studio.
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
It worked out better for all of us because
Sure.
you not having to drive and all that shit.
Mhm.
I would have liked to have gone to the studio.
Yeah.
Like I wish that we could have, been invited over there, especially on a Thursday night, hint, hint, or something, and gone to the studio again. But it made sense for convenience to have it there.
Including a bunch of people like that. It was a lot of fun.
Now the difference would have been if Jeremy would have said, "Hey, if you're in the small room, you can't set up Friday night. You have to set up Saturday morning because we're gonna let Mo's Gonna Kill Me podcast live be in there." That would have been different because that would have been sweet.
Oh.
But I would never ask that of him or those vendors.
Well,
So-
hopefully somebody who talks to him more often than we do could.
The only way that could happen is
See.
if we did My Wife's Gonna Kill Me live
Friday night. Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It'd be Friday night. So
Regardless,
Oh wait, Friday set. Oh yeah.
the audio would be. I totally agree on the audio. Like,
and that's just because you guys are putting on this great show. Just make sure everybody can hear it. You know what I mean? So, and I told Jeremy too. The bullhorn was fun, but it was not effective. So I asked for
Yeah, they got a
a
mic.
microphone for next
Yeah.
year. They got to have that
The
room
bullhorn
mic.
was fun.
So-
The bit, then it worked as long as you were aiming the bullhorn.
yeah,
in
it's
my
directional.
yeah.
And that's the problem.
It's
That
directional.
was why I would spin it and say it again the other direction and try, but it wasn't. So then I tried doing it upward, and like I said, it was a fun kind of shtick, but I think realistically the mic would work better. And I already told Gerard that. So, but those guys know what they're doing, and they do. That entire weekend was about us, and it was awesome.
I feel like when you say us, you mean the fans, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not us,
I,
but
thought- I think he meant.
Yeah. And you're right. It really was. I mean, if I had a complaint, I probably wish it was 2 days longer.
Yeah.
This was. I came home and I really did feel depressed.
I think there were a lot of people that were feeling that way.
Not really depressed, just kind of.
Well, it sucks because you just had like all this
Yeah.
fun, and then all of a sudden now it's like, well, back to reality.
Back to
Yeah,
reality.
Reality and
Yep.
it just
Yeah, right. No shit. Mike's like on trip after trip.
I don't know this one. They've all been. I mean, and don't get me wrong, having your own tribute figures the year prior was absolutely amazing. I just have felt like every LegionsCon for me has just gotten better and better. And obviously the live show was a huge part of it this time as well. But I just I came home and I was like, dang, like I miss it. And like you said, I mean, a lot of people felt that way. So I wish it was a couple days longer. So make that happen, guys.
make it a 4-day show.
Actually, the show is the perfect amount.
It's just the people. So now we just need to get all these people to.
2 days of show.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need these people to come to MesquiCon next year.
what we need to do a pecan on Thursday.
So
So
I'm gonna butt in here.
in.
I'm gonna butt in here on something just because I don't want to forget it later. But I'm hearing a lot of talk online that MesquiCon is slated for March 16th. Is that
yeah,
the truth?
I really wish Curtis would shut the fuck up because he doesn't know.
That's why I'm giving you the.
I would say he's totally promoting it. March
Oh, yeah.
16th.
Yeah, he's been the greatest promoter I've ever had and has no idea what he's talking about. So
Clear it up, Pete.
I can't wait to see you guys for Christmas on January 10th. Like, whoa, Curtis, back up. Yes, that is the slated date. We have not signed on the dotted lines. That comes next week. So I can't officially, as MesquiCon, say it's March 16th because there's still the possibility that somebody snipes me, but no, we've had the conversations that they have the date. They've drawn up the contract. We just have to meet and sign it. So
And we really immediately, I've talked to Pete, talked to Travis about this. We really want to amp up the Legion's meetups portion of this whole thing this year. So
the idea that we have at this point is the panel room Friday night will be a gathering of Legion's fans. So,
and it is, I will say, just from talking to people at this show, like I had a lot of people say I'm really gonna try and make it, and I'm talking like people from Florida, the Lins, like people were like, hey, we want to try and make this work. So it could be
two of the nicest people in the history of the world.
I can't even. There's just so many good people at that con and fun people. But it did make me kind of excited about. I mean, MesquiteCon was great last year, and it's like, man,
MesquiteCon was great last year.
Yeah.
I would love to see it grow though.
Heck yeah.
The problem is we're so fucking landlocked. Like
Yeah.
it just can't get much physically bigger than that.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean the show.
you know?
I meant to guess the presence of the Legion's fans for me is what I would like to see grow. I
Yeah.
should have said that differently.
And I'm pretty
Not that
confident.
there wasn't any of that last year, because there was.
Right. You just want it always to be more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Until it gets to be too much. Then you got to figure that out. But I feel like that's the way it's headed, and I think people really had a great time at this show and are looking for that, just another little piece of that kind of fun.
And in talking with at least one other indie toy company, there's definitely interest in coming out this way with like the absence of PowerCon next year.
Yes, I was just going to say that the absence of PowerCon.
MesquiteCon's going to fill that void.
Yeah, but that's not anything I've ever contemplated. Like I never contemplated having fucking toy companies at my show.
Right.
Like, that was never,
No, but
and I'm not against it, but that just wasn't ever on the realm.
You had the best one. You had the best one last year.
Well, but see, that's the thing. Like I didn't look at that as having a toy company. That was friends of ours that kick ass that wanted to be a part of something that I would love to have them be a part of.
Yeah.
And then they happen to sell toys.
Right.
But when I've got, other companies that are interested, like that's a legit toy company. Again, not that the Horseman's not, but this is a regular off. Like I don't know anything about them. Well, I know enough about them to go, meh. But like it's weird to me that those conversations are taking place.
Well, I would say that stems because
is that something that you're excited about, like that you'd be cool with, or would you rather have it be more?
No, I'm absolutely cool with it.
Okay.
It wasn't one of those things like
Was it on your radar?
No,
kind of thing?
like I mean, to be honest with you,
MesquiteCon's it's more of a local
it is
toy show.
It is, and
So-
it's craftier than other toy shows because the local artists that make stuff that you don't see at other shows. You know what I mean? Like there's an arts and crafts fair aspect to MesquiteCon. Like there's like 10 booths that are like
there is
people make
Legion's
stuff.
too. The
So-
whole damn thing is arts and crafts.
but
Right.
nobody's making Mythic Legion's heads out of yarn. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna make some out of bowling
But
pins.
the big decisions as a con promoter, at least that I see on the horizon, are obviously growing organically year to year and maximizing your space, which we're almost to that point now where we've used almost all of it. Then there's always the contemplation of when is it big enough to become a 2-day show? I don't think we're there yet. There are people that are, I won't say pressuring me, but that are suggesting that we go to a 2-day show. I don't think we're there yet. So this year will not be a 2-day show. But that doesn't mean it won't end up being a 2-day show someday.
Sure.
And then there's the aspect of the biggest thing that people want to see is guests. And at the end of the day, I don't know if the show is big enough to
Right.
support the level of guest. You gotta, when it comes to the celebrity guests, if it's gonna have impact, they have to be big enough to draw people in. Well, the con has to be big enough to hold that person to draw those people in, and I'm not sure MesquiteCon will ever be able to be that.
We forget to schedule the con until January comes around.
That's not my fault.
Yeah, I know.
The way that they have that all said and done, it makes it like I have a very truncated timetable to plan this because of how the con works. One of the things that I'm going to get into with them this year is I'm going to ask for a contract.
Yeah.
And like I've been with you guys now for 6 years. I've been loyal. I've grown. I've brought in, last year we brought in 2,500 people. They ate your food. They drank your beverages. I think it's time that you guys can offer me a 3-year contract so I can have guaranteed dates so then I can start. I want to be able to walk around at the end of MesquiCon, not me, but my daughter specifically, Chloe. I want her to be able to walk around at the end, near the end of the show, and meet with every single vendor and go, are you interested for next year? Here's what the price will be right now if you want your booth.
Exactly.
And you can pay and reserve it. And then I can turn around and go, boom, here's your money. It's done.
Yeah.
That's what I want MesquiCon to be. I haven't been able to get there because of how I can't take your money and go, hey, next year, sometime in March, we're going to do this. Are you in?
Right.
So I'm hoping that I have enough. I don't think clout's the right word, but I'm hoping at this point, because I've been with them long enough, they'll offer me that, because that would change everything about how I plan MesquiCon.
We can start promoting like immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we can start the countdown on Facebook immediately.
Yep.
And, when we get out of the show, hey guys, just like LegionsCon did, there's no reason to not try and mimic Jeremy Gerard. I mean, he does it all right. You know what I mean?
Pronunciations of the word horse, stay away from that.
Okay.
Haas.
Haas.
Yeah, get on his Haas.
But
So I
Curtis
he had a flyer made up for next year's LegionCon before this one was done.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're wrapping up the show. Thanks everybody for coming out. Lock in the dates. Here it is next year.
Yeah.
Boom, fucking flyer.
Yeah.
Like that's how things should be.
Oh, that dude's
That
dude's next level.
right.
Curtis says, Pete, you called down the thunder. Well, you've got it. I'm assistant to the showrunner.
What does that even mean?
It means he's gonna be your
He's going to help you out.
He's your assistant. He's your
Curtis is
assistant.
in.
Curtis is in.
It's Curtis Con too.
Oh, nice.
Curtis Con 2.
Courtesy.
More like Curtis Con artist, but okay.
All right.
And everybody is bothering me about being 316 about Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was like, yeah, I'm sure I can afford him, guys. Good
Oh,
call.
you
You've got him.
Me.
You've got him.
MesquiCon 316 says I just bought your toys.
You just fucked my toys.
Bought your toys.
Okay. Speaking of enunciation, Haas, probably tighten that up a little bit. So
Can you actually read the last one from Curtis in the Austin voice there, Steven?
I can't read it.
Put,
don't have my glasses on.
put your regular glasses.
it says Stone Cold Steve Bisciotti is a good enough guest. Hit me.
What do you think
Can you see
the
it there?
Grand Rapids paid Vincent D'Onofrio? He's not one.
No.
They had to.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
He
Oh
was at
god.
Grand Rapids.
Yeah, he
50
was.
grand.
At least.
No.
At least.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
He's like a rock star.
Who'd you say?
I bet it's probably 50 grand guaranteed.
Kingpin.
And what they do is everything that he makes gets deducted off that, and the con pays the difference. Would be my guess. But I bet he's guaranteed 50 grand.
I bet it's way lower than that.
Hmm.
I mean, you would be the one that had looked into this. My assumption would be like it's like 10 grand and they cover your hotel and
You're
travel.
looking at 10 grand. I think you're looking at the Repo Man from wrestling that you don't remember.
I don't.
So you get what I'm saying.
But
I
that's
think
one
those
of,
kind of people they come. I don't know. Anyway,
But that's one of the other things that I never anticipated. I'm getting emails from, like, I got an email last week from a wrestling promoter that represents 3 different wrestlers, reached out to me and asked how they could be a part of the con, or if I was interested in having them. And I never anticipated that, a toy company coming up and saying, yeah, I'd be, and I'm like, yeah, well, okay.
And it's
Like,
like I
I-
have to
so-
warn him, like, dude, Muskegon's a small town. I don't know that your toys would, he's
Right.
like, yeah, I just need to fill
Yeah,
dates.
looking to fill dates, and I'm more than happy
Okay.
to be that, So
well, the reality of it is, if the horsemen come, others will come. I mean,
That's just it. When you get the big dogs, like,
Yeah,
they're
like-
already going to come. Then
I know
other
you
toy
consider them your.
other toy companies-
I know you consider them your friends and everything, Pete. But the fact that
no,
you're
I
talking-
totally.
right.
But like I said, but because of that relationship, they never checked that box of professional toy company at my con. That wasn't what they were in my head. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That's what leads people want to be where they are. And you know what? They say in Field of Dreams, if you jerk it, you will come. So
Oh,
or something
Holds
like
up.
that. So
just watched it recently. That movie holds up.
I'm sure it
So,
does.
do we
I'm
want
sure
to
it
do special edition of Thanks UPS guys specific to LegionsCon since we're coming off of LegionsCon?
I think it's just going to be. I got more than LegionsCon stuff.
Well, I know that, but we could actually start with the LegionsCon stuff specifically
Oh yeah,
because we're talking about
absolutely.
LegionsCon.
Absolutely.
We don't have to. I mean, that would only make sense.
Oh, I'm sure we got
No
some
toy
files.
news.
Let's talk about the exclusives. They're right here. Right?
We can do toy news too. I'm sorry for trying to suggest something. It's
I
my
think
fault.
we saved toy news for
You know
next
what? You
week.
guys ran
We
the
probably
fucking
should have
live
had
show.
that
You obviously had to
conversation
figure
before
it
you
out.
did a bunch of.
Well, you know, I find out on the spot everything that happens here because I'm still the fucking shitty smiley face
You're
on the
the smiley
t-shirt.
face.
So
All you got to do is send me your face.
you guys
Like, it's-
fucking tell me what we're doing
not
and I'll
really that
fucking
hard.
roll with the punches.
Perfect. Sounds good. I think the plan was definitely a LegionsCon centric show.
Well, and that was what was said this morning when we were all having breakfast. But when I tried to stay with that, I'm the asshole. So you guys do your thing. I'll
I
be
mean,
over
you
here
know,
drinking my
I
water.
didn't hear that part.
All right. So, what do you guys get for toys? Jesus Christ. I get fucking 3 women to sit in here with me.
Hey, I don't give a fuck.
You don't
get
get
a
a chainsaw.
All right.
I don't give a chainsaw.
So, what are we starting with?
I didn't get
We
anything.
got-
So
We got the skull guy on the spinny thing. So
Skull guy on the spinny thing. Did you get him?
Wall
says-
tore the
It
mat.
says the range for him is anywhere between 40 and 75.
Told you.
wow, this is I don't know if this is which one of them is Walter the Mad.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you right now. Across the blah blah blah.
Yada yada yada.
It's Waltor the Mad. They're both actually Waltor the Mad. Yep. Yes, exactly. Yep. Cool little bio on here to me. Obviously this is a wonderful thing for Walter, without a doubt, and we know from personal experience.
What's his deal? Did he start a Facebook group for skeletons?
But he does love skeletons.
Skeletons always. Remember he had
I know.
was it Malleus that he had like
Malice has got like 50 of them or
Yeah.
some shit.
But I will tell you that this is more than just that. I mean, the fact that you have the Cabal, emblem on the shield, the Cosmic Cabal one, and then you've got the Cabal T-shirt. I
the
mean,
Cabal logo on your flag.
banner. I mean,
Banner.
this is, you want to talk about some serious fan service with a figure, and not only that, some of the other things that they included with it. I'm just
It's a really cool skeleton. It really is.
I love this one. Like I probably didn't study the pictures of it enough when they first announced it. Getting it in hand and actually opening it, I was really impressed. And it's one of those figures that I'm like, well, Jews, I could see having 4 of these as your like shield, your archers and your skeleton army. You get the scapular head as well, which this is one that's now been with 2 figures, but this is a head that people just love.
It is a beautiful head. Man, I just love the chainmail on the helmet. It's just it's super duper cool.
Is that
I haven't opened mine yet, so this is the first time I've really gotten to look at it.
is that the first time with this head?
I don't think I've seen that one before.
No. I love the gourd.
The gourd, and I'm not sure if that means anything specific
what's-
to
what's
Walter. I know it's got the Cabal logo.
I wish I could remember for sure,
There
but
is something with a gourd.
Yes.
there is.
I
Maybe
can't. It
with
might have
Anthony
been. I
Houtfield.
think Anthony got a gourd done with that.
Yes,
And I don't want to say for sure it was Anthony because I'm not remembering that 100%, but it was like a
Anthony's hot-
gift,
Yeah,
a
his
gift
dad
to
does the
Walter.
gourds, if I remember right.
Yeah. So it's just it's another one of those just little things that they did that. It's just a cool little figure that like I said, I'm looking at him going, oh yeah, I could easily have 5 with this guy. I'm gonna have to wait for the single release, so I'm not gonna buy him in this 2-pack. So, which day was this? Was this Saturday?
This was Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
That is how I paid for my tattoo.
You got
There's
that?
a Walter the Mad 2-pack.
Comes with a lot of cool stuff. The banner being, I mean, to me that is super awesome. The fact that they did that, and obviously Walter does a lot for the group.
1-6 shooters that should have a Coors Light logo.
That would be perfect. And then you have the cosmic version as well, which came with multiple heads. You got your regular little robot head, a regular skull head with the nice little hinged mouth, and they threw in a extra pack of hands too for everybody. So you got pretty much any hand that you would ever want, except for, you know what? This is Jeremy, come on, you should have stepped it up here. There is no Devil's Horns Cabal Cabal hands in there, but
that thing looks really cool with the orange helmet too.
oh, I bet.
So,
Yeah, if you want to go that route, I love that they included that alien skull
mhm.
and actually gave it the bone wash on it, bone paint job.
I like bone wash.
Ain't that shield? That shield is awesome.
Those shields are really just cool, and then with the logo on it, it really pops. But I'm really having. I think that orange is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like it.
So what is not going to be included? Was just the 2-pack the exclusive, or are you gonna be missing something when they come out
You're missing
single?
the Cabal stuff, right?
Is that it? I can't remember what it is.
I know that's it.
Okay, you
but
know
I don't
that
know
it's
if
the
there's
Cabal.
more. There could
Okay.
be more.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's the Cabal stuff.
Okay.
So I don't know if it'll even come with the. I don't know if it comes with the flag,
banner.
The banner.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the shield will still probably come, but it might not have the Cabal logo on it.
I bet it'll still have that, but I don't know though. Like, that's something I probably have not done a good enough job paying attention to.
The alien skull and the shirt are the exclusive.
Okay, so the skull that's on him, and then the shirt. I asked Kane. We were talking about the shirt and how cool that was, and
then he put it on his dick.
that's a good idea. I said I don't know what figure I'm going to put it on though, because it's not going on either of these figures, and
Well, it doesn't fit with anything. It's just
yeah,
No, a lot of people have been putting them on wrestler figures. And
it's just
kind of
really?
it's just
Yeah.
kitschy cool, you know.
it's super cool. Super cool. It's just fun. It's another fun, just little throw out to the fans.
All you can think about is putting that on your dick now, isn't it?
That's all I can think
I
about.
need to leave. Yeah,
Just do it now. It's not on video.
Yeah. These were, as soon as I saw that skeleton archer of Walter, I knew I had to open that one fast, but this definitely was the first one that got opened at my house. And that was the blood armor. 2.0 Vorgus. The exclusive is going to be, I can grab are you looking for your box, Steve?
Yeah.
I'll grab it. It's outside the door. Came with the translucent vampire head. You've got your original Vorgus pretty much helmet. And then it's got the
original Vorgus helmet still does it for me, man.
It's awesome. I love this one. Like, to me, this one is it just looks so evil that I chose the actual vampire looking one. But I can understand where anybody would go and go, nope, I got to go with the original armored. Or this thing too. Like, to me, is like it's a cool little piece.
I'm in here, bitch.
That cape is nothing short of miraculous.
Someone could show what the other head looks like.
Hey, go get out of here. Yeah, keep going. Oh, you son of a.
The dog's deaf, guys.
Yeah, come on, go on, buddy.
Yep, come on,
Hey,
Belle.
hey.
Come here.
Max, come on.
Come here, buddy.
Max, come back.
Max.
Max.
No, come back in here.
The dog's deaf, as Pete said. So, what's his problem?
Yeah, I don't want to come out here because he's shit on the floor.
Oh, man!
Good boy. Go shit on the floor.
He's
He can't hear me.
no.
The question is, does Trev clean it up, or does he come back and podcast? I guess he's.
I would podcast.
I would too. I'd let it go to the end. But No, I think that I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I really like the translucent stupid head. It's fun.
I think a translucent head is fun.
Ooh.
Hey guys. Hey. Whoop, whoop. Chaos.
We have chaos. The tenderly flag
Soft goods.
cape, soft goods is really cool. I only I wish the wires could be get just a little heavier, or a little, because they are kind of. I mean, they work, they do the job, but just a little bit heavier gauge wire, if possible, would be posable even more. Not too much.
Felipe Terraza says that's a McFarlane cape.
I think he means it's tenderly like Spawn.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can see that. Sure. Fun.
Which actually makes the character. I mean, this is, if you read the bio, it's kind of cool. It's like I don't believe that this is the same, because the blood armor consumes whoever wears it, and it gives you superpower, but it slowly kills you. And I think this is supposed to be like a different wearer than the first original blood armor. So this guy's being consumed. That sucks. Or is cool, whatever way you look at it. So yeah.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Fun stuff.
And then moving on. Shit. There was a surprise pop-up at the Horseman table the other day with the what'd they call this guy? The I forget, the something night.
Tuesday night.
No.
Damn it.
Can't remember what it exactly was. But I'm gonna put them up. No, I've got a right now.
Why is everybody flipping out about this figure?
Because
Is it just because of the
Posability.
articulation?
Yeah.
it's a new body.
Valiant Knight is what Chris
Valiant
says.
Knight. That's right. It's a new body, and it can do. Now, this is not my best posing because but we can set them up there. So this was just put out on the table. Nobody really knew this was coming, really, and it's our first chance to look at the new Knight body. Now, this thing can do a lot of stuff that I'm not showing off right now. Well, he's a joy to pose. Comes with a couple different.
Talking to the mic.
Huh?
You're not talking to the mic.
I'm not talking into the mic. Sorry. See, if I had my headphones,
If he had his headphones, he'd
I would
know.
hear that and adjust. So no, I did a couple different helmet options. Some great stuff going on with this guy. New neck articulation. There's a new disc in the neck, so the guy can look up really good. He can get into two-handed sword poses. He can squat, stance low. He can do a lot of great things. So it is a next level. It's a level up for Mythic Legions Buck, which, and when they talked about the new releases of the Barbarians and the new Atlas and stuff, he'll have more range of motion in his torso and everything else too.
Didn't that ruin every other figure we've had before this then?
Steven gets the best articulated figure and does
A half-ass pose.
Sorry, buddy, I didn't
That's
know.
your boy.
I didn't know Travis was going to leave the room. I didn't know that I needed to move on to something else, and I had to pick him right out of there, and I didn't have a chance to play with him. But when I get him back in my hands, I'll mess with him and put him back out.
Yeah, he kind of looks like it.
What?
He looks like he's about to fall.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, so everybody was pretty excited. He sold out on Sunday, I believe, and nobody else could get him. I don't think Travis got one.
And now he's got to clean up shit.
And now He's cleaning shit. Yeah. So
Yeah, night figures don't really do it for me, but I'm glad that they're getting some more articulation for these things.
everything's getting more articulation. It looks like, our barbarian bucks are getting more, or I mean, I think this is the same torso that is under the like the new Heavens brand, except he's got soft goods on top. So all of those guys we saw last year at Necronominus, all those knights should have this sort of articulation.
That is exciting.
That is exciting. So
Neat, man. Neat. I didn't get any of these. No. I was broke.
I got quite a few things I didn't bring. I haven't processed all the stuff I got. Like I haven't gone home and put it, like I haven't opened a lot of it.
Yeah, I just did that before the show.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things from LegionsCon that'll probably trickle in future episodes. I got a cool diorama from Curtis's wife that I would like to show off, and a couple pieces, a couple heads from Curtis. I haven't put on a body, and I don't just want to hold the head up here. So yeah, there's going to be some other things. I got some figures that I haven't opened up. I mean, I got some of the new we haven't taken a look at yet. But these are the new reinforcements stuff. This is the same guy, I think. Was that the orc?
That's the Shadow Orc Grunt.
So like now these guys here are. Does it? That's a good question. Does that figure ruin all the old figures? I don't think it ruins them.
I think it does.
I don't think it does, because they still I think the older figures still have a bulkier, cool look to them.
They still look great on my shelf.
They still look great on a shelf, and if you need a figure to be super articulated, you use one of these ones to do it. So I really don't think it ruins the other ones. I think it's a great option to have in the mix. Oh,
ruins them for me. Fuck them. Throwing all the old ones away.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even bring all of these because I had the Gold Knight, which isn't here, but the new Templar. What's that one called? This
is the Templar Relic Guard.
Yeah, the
Legion Builder.
So
his helmet looks heavy.
His helmet is heavy. Pretty sure I asked him. It's like, how's that helmet feel? And he was like, it's heavy. Heavy shit. So that's kind of where I'm at, other than for this show, anyways. What I brought as far as Legion stuff. Travis, you got anything?
Yeah. I have too much.
Travis has too much.
I think we're all kind of in that.
Yeah, I had told myself I wasn't going to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then right towards the end of the show, I walked around real quick, and I blame Curtis for that because he said, come visit me at my table. And then things got a little crazy.
Fucking Curtis.
I thought it was funny that one of the first things Travis said to me was, I'm going to try to not eat all weekend. He was like,
just drink.
I'm going to save money. I'm like, you're not going to eat ever?
I'm not sure if you guys talked to, I don't know if Steve grabbed him or not, but David Williams' beautiful prints.
Oh.
$5 each.
Yeah. Dumb cheap.
Ridiculously cheap. Yeah. So I bought all the four baddies, the 4 horsemen, and I also bought the print that he did of like the Cabal dude. Which I really, really love too. Dusty Stanford, the little pencil art. I grabbed his
Crow.
Yep. Saw that from across the room.
Oh, you guys smell that?
No, did you just?
I mean, it's not LegionsCon bathroom bad, but it's not good.
You smell shit?
I do.
Yeah, I don't know if the shit came in.
No, I farted.
Oh,
nothing to do with the dog.
But I just did what I would consider a real good job cleaning out there, and then I walked back in here, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It just seeps from our pores.
Yep.
I shower, but it's still, if I breathe. Smells like my ass.
I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't need any more T-shirts, and I didn't need any before.
I know.
This.
They need
This
fat
weekend.
fuck size, man.
I got one
missed
from-
out on some shirts.
I got one from Bang Studios. Literally gave me the shirt off his back. I got one from Late Night LeBron. I got my Euro Legion shirt that you're about to show, which is awesome. The
Yeah,
crying wallet, or billfold, as they would say in Europe.
super good. Yep, the Euro boys. Grab
My
their
dad
shirt.
always said billfold. I didn't know it was a year thing.
It's not. I was just being funny.
Apparently they're kind of cheap over there because they made me pay for that one. But
Yeah, me too.
yep.
I literally picked it up and drove the fucking T-shirts, and they still made me pay.
They're like, okay,
Yeah,
where's your money?
yeah. That'd be 20. Like, okay, I guess I'll pay for the shirt.
But that's
I thought it
okay.
was a big deal, but whatever.
That's okay. I did get one.
Guess who's not coming to the live show for free next year?
I also got one of Matt's shirts.
Yep, I got one of Matt's shirts.
Yeah.
I didn't because he doesn't ever make them big enough.
Yep. Once again, you guys are going to a fucking toy show. There's going to be a bunch of fat people.
Just shelve it.
I think he is concerned about me repping his brand. So
Okay, there could be that.
The Cabal shirt from the show, which I do really love the Cabal shirts.
yep, not my size.
And of course the Curtis 2023 Curtis Con.
Yeah, I didn't get one of those either. Fuck Curtis.
He is inevitable.
Invetable.
He's invetable. We are going to vet him. He's too. He is not allowed to go to the veterinarian. So,
Okay. Curtis was his ever generous self, and I picked up a Fury door from him.
not what I've done, but it's nice.
And I was pretty excited about that because, of course, I can put him right on our shelf with us. So I'll put him in my little Fury army and an example of Curtis just doing some great work. How does that feel, Steve, to be sitting next to him and he's kind of just become like he went from being the adoring fan to now he's out there just slaying the paints.
Admitting to just ripping your ass off. You love it? Do you hate it?
He's a work in progress. Doing good.
Directly from the customizing Obi-Wan.
Another one yeah. I got a head from Maverick too. I got to bring in. It's a Fury head that he painted too. I'll show off hopefully next time.
Yeah, well,
Did you say
Maverick.
from Mav?
Yeah.
Maverick got me something, and everyone's gonna be pretty jealous. So
No. Well, speaking of that little dude,
that little dude.
I did purchase a couple customs from him prior to the show that he had done using Emel's sculpts printed by Wolf King, and he had done the paint jobs on them, and he repackaged them all up for me. But you could see the head in there, and it's really to make a couple of the samurai characters. And when those figures went up on Wolf King, when those sculpts went up there, I really wanted them, but at the time I was kind of like for starters, I have so much unpainted heads, like probably sent on Steve's desk, sent on Chris's desk. So like I've kind of backed off from buying a lot of that stuff just because, like I said, there's so much of it that I haven't even had painted yet, and since I am not a painter. But I just wanted to kind of show these off a little bit because I actually ended up buying a bunch from him. One, because the price was right. And
What do we got? Just that head there?
it's really, well, no, he painted,
Oh, there's some red and stuff.
yeah, he painted the armor too. He actually did a lot of work. And when I actually pull these guys out and get them outfitted, I'll take a picture and share it. But little Mav is growing up.
He's growing up.
Yeah. Oh, our little boy.
My little boy.
He brought me a spare red mask of death that he for me, which was awesome. So thanks to him for that.
That is super awesome.
Yep.
So I have I don't know how this hasn't happened yet, but I did not have any of Late Night LeBron's customs.
Fucking amateur.
Yep. And Now,
Hell of a pick.
I officially have one. And I actually went over to his booth, and everything on his table, I wanted. Like I wanted
And was
everything.
unbroken like that one.
Yeah. Nah, it takes a lot to break these bad boys. I mean, I've definitely done it, but
Those horns are fucking amazing.
yeah. Any idea what those came from?
No, they're pretty fun.
Yep, definitely something he modded from something else, or it was a printed. But I just love this, and these are some of my favorite customs where you just kind of have like a character that isn't just their own little thing, and
Yep.
and it just looks so evil. I really, really loved that. Did I mention I didn't plan on spending a lot of money?
Yeah.
Ron Twining.
Yeah.
Yep. And dude, there was a lot of people that were happy at G-Con when they announced that the first reveal there was a Viking-like character. That weird dude was in heaven.
That weird dude.
So he actually had these made prior, and he was walking around handing them out, just so you guys can all take a look at them.
I've got one too.
Okay,
Oh,
lucky
that
you.
must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice to be you guys.
He
Interesting.
pretty much was pretty straightforward. You had to be a dwarf fan.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
You
well,
had to be a dwarf fan.
you can sit outside in the fucking hallway with Billy Beige next year at the live show. I don't care. That's 7 people that'll take his place.
Look at that.
You can
Move closer.
Whoop. Good luck. Oh yeah, all right.
See if they're the same. Are they all the same? No, they're not.
I don't know. I can't compare them to mine or Jeremy's because we didn't get any.
It's okay, I can compare them to mine because I have one. Oh yeah, this one. There.
Pretty neat.
Pretty good.
It's a different one here. I don't know what way is up. There we go.
Ooh, look at you.
I got problems, dude.
Is that a Cosmic Fury monkey?
It is. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Who did that?
Here's your phone back.
Eugene Unick. I hope to God I just said your name right, dude. He was about 2 or 3 booths down from me. And he said, he goes, dude, years ago, and I don't know if it was on Legion's Cast or this podcast, who knows, but I had grabbed a picture of, he did an Optimus custom, Mythic Legion Optimus custom. I mean, we're talking a year, probably 2 years ago or plus. And it was really cool. And he goes, dude, you guys talked about that custom on your podcast. And he goes, I got so many people reach out to me about customs and things like that. He goes, I just really, really appreciated that. And then he was like, so things are full price on the table. So I'm just kidding. Great dude. And this was just kind of one of those things that now obviously the Fury colors really speak to me. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll pull the trigger on this. And it's it's the Monkey King's feet and hands. So it's not like this was a cheap figure to put together, but I was pretty happy with it. And I thought that would be pretty cool.
It's a Wolf King head.
I thought so.
Because I had one for sale. It wasn't Fury, but it was
It was a
orange
monkey.
actually. And I thought
Oh, it would go on that.
it would go on that.
Yeah.
But I didn't have this in hand, so I did the best I could with matching.
Yeah. Who did this one?
I think that is a
Super cool.
Giovanni or
Yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. I would be attracted to a little Wolf King action. I'm just going to mention them because I know Jeremy did the hard work already and blew on their crotches.
I did blow on the crotches.
But I do love, I really love Chris's Biblical Adventures. These exclusives for the shows, the translucent clear,
Glow in the dark.
yeah. Which it's gonna be a
Demons.
lot more fun to talk
Who knew
about.
I'd be buying some Biblical Adventures figures?
The
Right?
wild, huh?
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about this one.
Metal Heart Chronicles.
Okay. What's that?
It's a box.
It's a box. And this is a Noble Bears creation. And I am super excited about putting this little bad guy together. It's his little design. It's pretty much a walking little robot to go with your Cosmic. And he was selling them in sets. He had a painted version there. This one's not painted. I'm hoping my good buddy Steve would be interested in maybe painting a little robot for me. But it's just all the pieces and parts. He's going to have a comic. He's going to do some fun stuff with it. My hope is to show it again after it's been painted.
There was a lot of fun, like indie stuff. Like, I don't know. Did you go into that other room at all?
I walked through there.
Jesus,
Yes.
is it with directions?
There was
I
like
don't
a
know.
dude in the corner that was making like these fun little like tank things and stuff. Like very, very cool stuff, man.
Mhm.
I took pictures and stuff. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was cool.
Well, you just want to talk about a con full of artists.
That's just it. And they're not con artists. But
No.
they're con artists.
No, without
Huh?
a doubt. I mean, super cool. And you're right. There are a lot of little pieces and parts in here for sure. That are going to be fun for someone to paint. I'll pay it.
Son of a.
I'll pay you. I'm just it's excited. I was excited about this because it's just one of those examples of, it's a dude that's been doing printing parts for Mythic Legions for quite a while, and he's been super generous to us as well. Just a good dude. And then to see him starting his own little thing, I mean, to me, that's just fun. Wow, look at that.
Just go hand on the ground, hand on the ground, hand on the
Hand
ground.
on the ground. Oh. That's his fuck pose.
So I'm climbing over the top of the castle wall. Gonna stick you.
Oh, that's his fuck pose.
Metal Heart Chronicles.
Metal Heart Chronicles.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Cool.
I got this beautiful piece sculpted by our very own Steve Bisciotti, printed by Len Logardi of Wolf King Customs, and painted by the talented John Caulfield.
Nice.
And this is
a whole lot of fingers in that fucking mixing bowl.
And this is Steve's. What did you name him? Scrotum Man.
I don't know what I named him. I don't
Scrotor.
think I gave him a name. I just wanted to do something really weird.
Well, you did. And John really brought it to life with this paint job, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Great job.
he did a great job.
It's,
I also bought this one from John too, the blue one here. Which...
Yeah.
A vagina.
What is it?
That's
It's a
what
ball
Steve
pen.
thinks about before he goes to bed.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something with its eyes lower than
His eyes don't cry, they come.
There you go. Now he's looking at you. That's how he's supposed to be.
Oh,
on.
is that how it's supposed to sit? Like
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm like, it goes like this.
No, he doesn't have balls hanging off. Those are his eyes.
That's what I'm like. Are these like balls?
Oh, there's eye stalks.
Well, I know they're eyes.
Eye stalks?
Yeah.
Like an alien.
No, he's an alien.
Turn it
You
upside down and then you'll be smiling.
can- That's what's so crazy about.
Yeah, that's how I want it. Hey guys. Hey fellas. How's it going? I cry come.
That works too.
Yeah.
Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
This is how it's supposed to be, Steve.
That looks better.
Okay. I don't care how you do it.
I don't care. Buy the fucker.
He paid for it. Paint how he wants. Yeah. And I just like the blue helmet. It goes perfect with cosmic stuff, because I said I wasn't going to go crazy with cosmic things, but
Scrotus and Balzinian.
and currently, last but not least, Jeff Granels. I think that's how you say his last name. I'll be honest, I have no
I
idea.
would
Jeff.
say Grinnell's. But
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
No, you're probably right.
You can move closer.
This is a head that he painted himself. Added the little tongue earring.
I want a tongue earring.
Yeah, wouldn't that be sweet? And
I want someone to tongue my earring, either or.
Jeff's been a listener of ours
So gross.
for quite a while, and he's a fellow Dritz fan, so it's something we share and talk about. But I'll tell you this, he did a great job, and I would gladly be throwing on that on a little goblin, little gobby gob.
Yeah, a little slob the knob of the gob.
Motu Joe.
Yeah, I saw that. He was showing me these barrels.
Yep. Made a little barrel, just a little like set piece. He did a little word burn on it, the Cabal on there, and so I got a little barrel from Motu Joe. And I think
We got a barrel too.
currently,
Man, apparently
Must've
Jeremy
been
and I
nice.
suck. So
currently, well, I mean,
There's my favorite pose at tonight trying to pee. The other,
the barrel.
in the barrel.
the old.
He's like, I'm gonna surprise those guys. They thought this was wine.
Yep. This is urine.
neck tag allows that head to look down like that to get that perfect.
Gosh dang, that figure is beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for 6 of those all with Juno the Crusher on the ground.
That is so good.
All right.
Fun. I
Is that all your stuff?
I think that's all my stuff. I did go a little crazy. But that's kind of what LegionsCon does to you.
Well, you gotta have some
It
fun.
is.
Yep.
Got some
Peter?
good stuff.
Yeah, I actually got a custom Praetorian
Oh
box
my gosh.
from Seth Horton, which
Frickin'
is
cool.
awesome.
So freaking cool.
And we have a lot in common because he also thinks Steve's a dick. So
Does he like me for it?
I'm sure he does.
I got a from Len LaGuardia. I got one of the 5-year Cabal coins.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
There's one of those in the
pretty cool.
urinal.
There was?
What?
Well, there is now.
Oh God.
I also got one of those from Len.
Oh, that must have been
And I was
nice.
wearing a sweatshirt.
Oh my gosh.
And I had it, in the
You're
pocket.
telling me
in
you
the
dropped
slouch.
yours in the
I need
urinal.
to start kissing.
Remember
more
when
people's
we had lunch together? And we went into that urinal in there to go take a pee. Well, as I was zipping up my pants, or before, maybe it was when I was undoing them, it flopped out of that pocket in the front and fell in the urinal. And it was just sitting there submerged in other people's and my pee.
Why didn't? Oh my
ass.
god.
Other
Might have been
people's
before I
life.
peed.
Why didn't you tell me?
Why?
I would have got it for you.
I was gonna grab. I almost grabbed it, and I'm like,
Oh, you could have washed your
just-
hands.
I can't put my hands in another guy's pee.
I would have grabbed it for
You
you.
can grab their cock, but you can't fucking put it in their pee.
I can grab some. Yeah.
I only like to
sadly,
pee when it comes directly out of the hose.
sadly, I had to say goodbye, and I left it there.
Aw, Steven.
Should have caught me. I would have got it.
Jeez, oh Pete. You had a
Oh.
lot of people in your crew that would have got that. Shit, some people in
I
our crew-
guarantee somebody did.
Yeah, very true. Somebody in our crew would have got it with their mouth.
Billy Beige would have snorted it out of there. So this is an amazing custom that was given to me from Dennis Derby. Absolutely just badass dwarf fucking metal mohawk. Just awesome. Absolutely incredible. So
Yeah,
Gave
it's
it to
killer.
you?
he did. You know,
Did you bag?
I did not.
Did you just walk by his table and he said, "Here, how's this go down?"
He encouraged me to stop by and pick a figure. And I made it over there on Sunday, and that was the one I picked. So
That sounds like Dennis.
it's absolutely Dennis, one of the most generous people at that con. So yeah, beautiful figure, beautifully done. I don't know anything about it, other than it's awesome. I don't know what parts or what. It's awesome. And that was the one my eyes immediately were drawn to. He had 20 beautiful customs on that table, and that was the one that spoke to me. So super grateful for that. Thank you, Dennis. So
Nice.
The amount of amazingly generous people in that group
Yep.
is
Yeah.
oh
I got hooked up.
fuck you.
We won't talk about it all. We won't talk about it, but I did get hooked up. Yeah.
Yeah. Just all the things I gave away to people were, no.
not even the wheelchair bounce. Didn't get nothing for free.
No.
Dude,
So-
that is a killer
It's
custom.
killer.
Mhm.
It's absolutely killer, and it's very me. So, the only other thing that I got to show off, I already told you guys about the t-shirts as well. But I got a new set of dice that I wanted to share. So,
Are these from the show?
nope,
Oh, okay.
these are extra. Just roll that right there on the thing there, Trav.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah.
You want to get a seizure while playing Dungeons and Dragons?
Yep.
here you go. Here you
Yeah.
go.
So absolutely awesome. LED light up dice.
Oh,
Just fun.
that's super cool.
They got it. This is a rechargeable case that they're in. So
What the fudge?
maybe that one's dead. Nope, it's not.
It's alive.
But
How much?
not bad. No, 34.99, I think. 35.99.
Oh, that's a
So,
lot cheaper than
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck you.
And they're broken. Yeah, I know. That's right.
That's super cool.
Yeah. I thought they were super fun, so I picked those up for our next game. So
Do they know yet?
nope.
You well, be like,
no,
oh,
I
hey
do.
guys, guess
I
what?
did. Yeah, I showed the people in my group.
I've been like hair blown back and shit. What?
Is there anyone in your crew that is a dice collector like you are?
Yes.
They all are.
Haley actually
Nerds.
has more than I do.
Really? Well, she's
Yeah.
been doing it longer too. Right?
Not really.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay.
no.
Wow.
So, but she's also, single with no kids. Well, she's a boyfriend,
Right,
living
right.
boyfriend,
Yeah.
but
She can spend her
so,
money a little different
yeah,
than you
yeah.
can.
So
She's not worried about getting freaking milk and
no, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So
You buy all this custom stuff and then you play on Skype.
I still roll. So, no, we're back. We're pretty much back in person now.
Nice.
It was COVID obviously drove us, but so yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
all you got,
That's
buddy?
Yep.
the
Oh.
Legion stuff.
Oh my gosh.
That's just the Legion stuff. You got more?
Well, he's got Legion stuff. He hasn't gone yet.
Oh, I
So-
thought you did.
No.
Go ahead. I didn't. I don't.
Hey, show us
didn't expect him
the
to have any Legion.
show us the coin in the barrel and all the free stuff. you got.
From LegionsCon.
Okay, but I was like, I didn't really think of the guy that's like, this isn't for
I think
me.
he has the
It's
most
okay,
stuff
I'll
out of
just-
He
anyone.
came with the biggest box.
I got this eraser Batman instead. What do you got there?
Oh, just making fun of me, and all of a sudden something's interesting. It's me with a crown. This was Ron Twining, that fucking cunt. Hooked me up with a custom, and
So everybody got something from Ron but me. Okay. As long as we're keeping score.
Did you drink any of his mead?
I did.
No.
yeah, I did.
Shit, man.
Yeah, I did.
I did too.
Basically, he threw a cape on there with some fur and made a crown, and there you go. But I think it looks awesome.
Nice.
I think I have like 5 of this guy
I
now.
like that cape.
It's a
Just
cool
in
cape.
every room.
Yeah,
Every room of your
just
house.
every room I walk in, I'm like, yep, that's right. Hey, remember I have a figure made of me. We don't care. We hate you. All right. Well. So yeah, that's I think that's officially the only Mythic Legions thing that I got.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because you got other
Officially,
shit. You got some bullshit too.
I'd like to tell you that it's not bullshit. It's wonderful.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I lived up to my junk man fucking abilities.
Oh, he was junking it out.
I junked. I
He
will show
jumped
you some.
all over.
You know what you should buy? You should buy hair ties that aren't for elementary school girls. That's
these
like
are
a legit
for-
ribbon
These
scrunchie.
are for. Hey, you want your hair to get fucking ripped out? I didn't think so. They're fucking nice.
It's like a
Why don't
sad
you dress
scrunchie.
me? Why don't
He
you
likes
dress me?
he likes
about
the
you
sad
dress me?
one. He likes
I did dress you, bitch. What are you wearing?
Shit. I can't get him to stand, but there you go. There's a demon.
It's fun.
Glows in the
Sure,
dark.
he could be. Yes. This
Turn the
one
light
goes-
off, Cody.
Is that an eraser as well?
It could be.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it. It's not dark enough in here to really. But I definitely getting that. Oh, you charging?
Charge him up, baby.
Eyes glow. Look at
I
that.
need Bowser again.
Yeah, we need Bowser. I don't know if that'll help, but
Wow.
wow.
It's actually nicer when the turn the lights back on.
That's nice.
A nice mood.
Right.
So yeah, I got all 4. I got the whole set. This was the this one was the pink one was the one you could get if you bought all other 3.
1-6 shooter just says next parody song. Might as well junk.
Go ahead and jump. Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you that's another. We don't get to see Trevor enough.
We do not get to see Trevor enough.
We
And he works from home. He should just move here.
He should.
You know what I
totally
mean?
agree. Why
Like
would,
what? New York? Fuck New York.
why would you want to stay in New York?
Right. Big Apple, come to the medium scrotum.
Oh God, I love these.
Yeah, so there you go. Like I said, I went to the biblical adventures and went, give me those fucking demons.
Heck yeah,
So they are very fun.
I love them.
Ugly and just cool little freaking sproingly tails, and yeah, 2 of them glow in the dark and 2 are translucent. Oh, well, they're all translucent.
Yeah,
Will this work?
should.
I mean, it should. That's
Oh wow.
okay. All right,
He
out of the
goes,
way,
beats.
dorks.
He looks supercharged.
Oh yeah. By the
Wow.
so just a quick look up of the Van Halen lyrics. That song's garbage.
Well, of course. That's awesome.
How did he make it do that?
Just on it.
He held it up to the light. He actually gave it a real good charge. Oh, that's cool.
Yep, these guys are fun. 2 of them come with like little spikety ends for their staffs. 2 come with like splorshes. I don't know what those are called.
Splorsh.
It's a splorsh.
They
They all have their own
be from now on to me.
splorshes.
What's
They
that?
all have their own
effect?
unique stand that they come with. I am all about selling buying in my case, but selling figures with stands because god damn it.
Oh yeah.
God damn
Yeah, it's nice.
for those who know. What else did I get from LegionsCon, you ask? Thanks, Maverick. Wait. Oh, come on. Really? We're on the spot and you're not going to work? Well, I broke it.
You didn't go the right way.
I don't think it works. It did work. It worked at the...
Everybody click for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I clicked for 2 seconds. Well, anyway, there you go.
Can I have that?
Maverick says this is from, I think he said Japan or China or something.
Korea.
Maybe.
He went to Korea.
Did he? Is that
Yeah.
where it was?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I am totally wrong.
Well, I mean,
Mm.
he wasn't in America.
Yeah. It worked at the restaurant.
Mm.
So, well, anyway,
Annie Hoosers.
Well, it's still gonna look the same sitting on a shelf.
it sure is.
Yep.
We just won't be able to entertain the kids.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you couldn't drop this in the urinal.
You talked about Jeff giving you something earlier. Jeff gave me something as well. He said he won this in an auction and said immediately he knew it was something that Jeremy would like, and that is very true. This is my Super Mario
Because it was
Brothers.
old, shitty, and broken. And that's exactly what we think of when we think of Jeremy.
Goddamn right.
Giving away in the cheapest.
It's got that little it's got the little hologram in
Lenticular.
it. Yeah.
Yep, Nintendo 64 with the Mario face.
That's super fun.
Gold and a little gaudy for my taste. I'm more of a silver guy, but I'm not opposed to wearing this. For nerds all around.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
What's
very
it say on
cool.
the back?
It says,
Got you, bitch.
yeah, got you,
To
bitch.
Jeremy, throw this in your shit
It says
pile.
Sasco Incorporated NC28 something 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 something. But it's made out of real leather.
That's
Cody's looking it up on eBay.
It comes
Incorporated.
with all the
Yeah.
paperwork and everything. So
That's super cool, man.
very happy. with
Isn't it
that.
nice when somebody that lives 1,500 miles away from you just thinks about you and walks up and hands you something?
Fuck yeah, it is.
God, it's so awesome.
I don't get that from anybody around here. Also, what kind of LegionsCon shit? What? How much?
200.
Holy shit.
Oh shit!
Somebody's selling it for 200 online.
All right. Well,
So
Jeff, I'm
He
about to
said-
make some money.
He said, fuck you, Jeff.
I also, of course, LegionsCon wouldn't be complete for me without getting some plunderlings. I got these 2 translucent, one's blue, one's pink. They have little lily pad heads. They're very cute. I love these things.
you do love those, don't you?
They're fun. I didn't think I would like them. And then last year when I got a couple in hand, I was like, oh, fuck.
And Chris from D13 is part of that, isn't he?
Yes.
What isn't he a part of?
Right, exactly. And one of the other things I got is they have these like little sets for $10 and they're just like little bodies, like they're even shorter than these are, and they come with an extra set of hands, and you could put, because each of these figures come with 3 heads, so you can actually, I mean, of course this one's pink and orange, but I have an orange one at home. But yeah, they're basically like figure stands for your
extra heads.
So
That's kind of brilliant.
yeah.
I
So
like that.
In reference to Chris, he had texted me asking for some information, and then he said, "Everyone get home okay?" And I said, "Yeah, we're just all depressed." And he said, "Same. It's over too quickly. I don't know what's better, seeing you guys or your Swedish imports."
We were able to have lunch or dinner one night with Chris. Me and
maybe someday I'll be able to hang out with the Swedes.
you were at the other table with everybody else, but we couldn't get
The
it.
whole weekend, I didn't hang out with either of them.
That's your fault.
The whole week where they were living in our town.
They were, yeah.
Well, you had to go to Matt Rod's.
Oh, I did get to go to
Yeah.
Matt Rod's. You're right.
I didn't get that invite.
was
I'm not in that group chat.
You didn't get invited to that?
I didn't.
Oh,
So it happens. So,
I didn't either. He said that, and I said I wouldn't blame you for picking the Swedes. And he goes, "It's a tough choice. Jeremy does give the best hugs. Pete's the loudest. Steve is the toughest, and you are the horniest."
Steve's the toughest. I like it.
Just like elementary.
Yep.
So I also went,
just like elementary, Trav's the horniest. So
It did start in elementary.
I also went down and talked to
it's my third grade teacher.
Formo
Serves.
Toys American toy runner, creator, promoter guy, Joshua Van Pelt.
I'm glad that you prepared that speech so well.
That's how I do it. I'm running on the fly, bitch.
Yeah.
I can't memorize shit. He got us, well, me, Jeremy DeWitt, a free box of wave 1 of the Legends of Dragonor figures, which are finally hitting mailboxes around the world. So I just kind of wanted to, quick show these dudes off.
Really want this to work.
I don't. What?
I can see how this conversation went. Hey, Jeremy, I would love it if I would like to offer this. I've heard of Podcasters Universe. You guys have a nice following. I would thought this would be a great. And Jeremy's like, awesome.
No, what he did, he's been hooking us up for years, like those Power and Honor Foundation books that we give away. Like he gave us all those and stuff.
Oh
He
man,
gives us stuff for giveaways for Po2.
this guy's really a fan.
I don't know if he's a fan. I doubt he's even listened to our show, but he's a fan of Jeremy, and that counts for something. So
does.
Man,
these legends,
at least you're humble.
trying to learn from you guys.
Yeah, good choice.
Hard to be humble when I hang out with you.
We don't really breed humble, do we?
No, not at all. So he
I'm
actually
the best at being humble.
he
You've never seen somebody this humble. I challenge you to find somebody as humble as me. Go ahead, try.
So him and I bullshit for a while. We talked about the toy business and going to cons and blah blah blah. And later on, he came to the booth and said, "Here, take this box. Use it as a giveaway. Play with them. Do whatever the fuck you want." So I brought him.
Never
to
even thought of, hey, give him to Steve.
Like you said, he's a Jeremy fan.
Yeah.
No. Jeremy never thought of giving to Steve since he's already got a box coming.
Right.
One to open, one to keep in the
He
package.
comes in, he's like, hey, we're giving these away. I already put it on the thing that we're giving them away. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, did somebody get a message from somebody that maybe they were possibly wasn't it the other way around? Oh, hey, do you need these? Was that what that was?
And I was thinking of you. I was thinking of you. I was like,
I was thinking of the Po2 fans.
I hate it when mom and dad fight.
Steve.
I forgot to bring you your stuff today, Jeremy.
Oh well, son of a.
Damn.
It just gets a little.
So these figures are pretty fucking sweet, especially if you like, old school He-Man stuff or whatever. But there's lots of detail. Me and Steve went over these the other day, so
she's got nice butt cheeks. Like I never seen
these figures.
I never
really do have
seen-
wonderful butt cheeks
like I never seen a 5.5-inch figure
that you want to jack
That-
off to.
that is almost the back of the toilet.
Formo's not going to use that for a promo.
Not at all.
Just so you know.
5.5-inch figure, 5 points of articulation or so, and she's got the nicest ass hanging out of those furry.
Steve has ever seen sculpted.
These are
See it? You Travis
Yeah.
is almost
Travis,
getting-
look,
See,
look
you
at
know
his
what I'm
licking
talking-
lips.
you know what I'm talking about, don't you, buddy?
There is a little bit of a lift there.
I told you.
They knew what they were doing.
I like my asses.
The paint apps on these are like better than Motu.
Oh,
They're
they're
yeah,
much.
they're
better.
premium. I mean, seriously, in all seriousness, these things are really nice looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a great job. They're not my thing, of course,
Yeah,
but
they still look
man,
cool.
they look cool.
Yeah. What I like about these things is I always did enjoy the knockoff stuff,
Mhm.
like Warrior Beasts and all those things. Like I liked playing with those. So it's just fun to think about these are gonna be the things that people 30 years from now are trying to find, you know. And Jeremy's gonna be like, I got 2 sets.
Not for long.
Mhm.
One of them has officially been labeled as the prize
Yep.
for
Hey, Steve, what do you think of these? I think these are great.
creative
I gave them away.
the creative
It's
character.
funny. John Finn Pelt showed up to the "My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me" booth with that box, not the POTU booth. Oh, okay. Anyways, it's fine.
handed it directly to Jeremy. Interesting.
Yeah, and Jeremy goes because he's on.
I thought one of
Me,
his
not because he's on
stipulations would be,
POTU, but-
please do not review these on the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me show.
Yeah, I can see that.
We're not reviewing them; we're just showing them off. And then the last.
I think this guy's my favorite.
And this guy's a Build-A-Figure.
Yeah, this is the Build-A-Figure. This is like the divine armor of some or other. But all these pieces all come with these other figures. So he's very, very cool. And one little thing, I brought a Modulac head and neck piece. I just wanted to show you that all these come apart really easy.
That's a
As I'm
vintage.
struggling.
That's a vintage Modulac.
It is a vintage Modulac. Well,
That's on the
can't build
floor.
that up.
Yeah, you can. You got that.
I got it.
God damn, look at that. Thank you, diabetes. I'm picking shit up on the ground.
Again, bitch. I bet you I could buy shoes with fucking laces.
Yeah. What?
Now you're just
Dude,
talking crazy.
Dude, my
There you
feet work
go.
so good now. I can freaking pick stuff off the ground, put it in my mouth with my foot. It's easier than because I can't bend over anymore. I've been forced to.
This is
use
how
your
you're gonna.
I've officially graduated to the point of where if it's a 10 or a 5 or a 1, it stays on the ground. I'll bend over for a 20, but if it's not a 20 or higher, I'm not bending over for it.
Oh shit.
Yep. So there you go. And these are all very pop and swappable, and obviously you can. Now I see all these Modulac pieces are probably going to get freaking bought up on the secondary market,
Oh,
so
cool.
they can start
Of course.
putting figures or extra heads and shit. But anyway, here you go.
Hey, if you're in the chat right now and you're one of these 50 people in here that if you actually attended LegionsCon, will you just throw up what your favorite piece you got from the show was, so we can read a few of those?
So you know how the comment was made on Saturday that because of the work I put into the live show, I won't do anything for the next 6 months. We don't have to have toys for the next 6 months. There's enough toys on here that we should be.
Yeah.
Our toy podcast does not need to feature toys for a while.
There's a lot.
And
of
this is all I got from the show. So
That's it.
there we go.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
I need to switch
I
some gears.
brought
though.
other shit. But
Ah, well, let's see him.
Switching gears.
Steve showing off this dude.
Yeah, because nothing says intimidating like a skier. I'll slalom on your face.
Wow.
Alpine?
here.
Is this Alpine?
No, it's
No.
no job.
Well, I am not a fan of Snow Job.
I love snow jobs.
This is a badass figure.
That looks really fucking awesome.
What is Alpine a skier too?
Alpine's a mountain climber.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
Oh, don't
tried.
get me wrong. You dude, there's 4 of them. So I
Right.
think they have that kind of.
So yeah, I mean this guy is Snow Job was always been one of my favorites, and this rendition of him. Now I picked this up from Tashi Station from Old Man Kyle at
GR.
GRCC. Also comes with some snowshoes.
Why was he setting up toys at Graham's Community College?
That looks awesome, Steve.
It does head options. So you can have you can have the headless. You can have his hood pulled back with his face.
You can have his redheaded Chuck Norris face.
Yes, yes.
When the eyes of the snow job are upon you.
Badass figure. Can't wait to get the Snow Serpent, which is out and about right now. So very, very pleased with
what
that.
is the snow serpent?
Bad guy. He's the Cobra one,
Oh, okay.
and he's.
Does he,
Like,
have,
I'll
does he have a snowboard?
yeah.
Yes, he really actually does.
Oh,
It's awesome.
he's the rebel. Cross country my ass.
They added a couple. He's got like a wolf pelt. Like actually, it's pretty cool.
Hey, will you pull that up, Cody?
Yeah.
It'll be Hasbro classified. What's the name?
No surfing.
Snow Serpent.
Also picked up from Kyle.
This is awesome.
Oh, yeah, he's
So awesome.
looking at the Snow Serpent.
That
Yeah. Where's this? Does he really have a snowboard? Or are you guys fucking with me?
No,
he
he
does.
does.
Oh, he does. That's rad.
Yeah.
Is there a wolf on the snowboard?
I don't know.
There should be.
I don't know what's on that snowboard. When I pose him, make him look good on it, because he looks stupid standing there.
This is really cool.
Yeah, Trouble Bubble. Now I do have a Valaverse gun in his hand with the firing, and it looks like it got jacked up.
Yeah.
There it was, pointing straight.
So what is
Because-
this thing called?
That's the Trouble,
Trouble
Bubble,
Bubble.
and the Televiper.
Fucking stupid.
No,
Welcome to the 80s.
Stupid. It's
Trouble Bubble.
it shoots bubbles.
Got a bubble cannon.
left arm is completely froze straight like that, so that's why I put that gun in his hand because
Oh, and you did heat and everything?
I did heat. I've tried everything. It will not. It is welded.
Wow.
So
Actually, there was more of a chance of violence at Claire's play than there was in a G.I. Joe episode. So
True. Very true.
no,
That looks great.
it does. It does. I'm so happy with it. I can't wait to get. I want more Televipers and Trouble Bubbles.
Hopefully with not fused left elbows.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What do you do with that?
Put it on a shelf.
You just say, hey, this is okay.
Oh, with the
Multi-billion-dollar company. I'll just bend over and take it from you, so you don't ruin your profit margin.
Well,
Well, I'm not going to take it back to old man Kyle.
and I think what I've learned too is even if you reach out to Hasbro on things like this, they're like, oh, we'll get you a figure. It's not. There's no. It won't be him.
They just give you a figure.
They just give you a random figure a lot of the time. Yeah. Yeah.
But he looks fine.
He does. He looks fine. Especially if he's gonna be flying the Trouble Bubble, who cares? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just whatever. I mean, it's not like you paid money for it. It's a big deal.
That's awesome.
Fucking beta is shit.
So Billy Beige says the Cabal fanny pack.
What about the Cabal penny back? I didn't get one.
I never made it over to the Cabal table, and I should have because there probably was some amazing stuff on that table.
Well, the mugs went real quick.
I bet.
They had the coins, they had the pins, and then they had T-shirts and hoodies. I never saw
Was
fanny
that the
packs.
smaller room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve-O says my Gorgo 1.0 from Travis. Really appreciate the deal on that. The Dio from Curtis and the Vampire Cthulhu head from Richard Jones.
Nice. Dick
Mavericks,
Jones.
yeah, Dick Jones. Maverick says Pete paying for my Eric Miller was probably my favorite thing.
Look at you.
Look at me.
Look at you.
That's nice. says,
Note to self: when you try to do something nice for somebody who's doing something nice for you, check pricing first.
That's nice. Says I lost the spot. Oh, I was at LegionsCon 23, and my favorite pickup was the retail headless horseman I purchased from Chubsy Wubsy.
Nice.
Curtis says he has two that are tied: Princess of the Frogs from Jeremy Gerard and his Battle Beast Gorilla tribute from Emil.
Oh,
That that creature that Big Dub got from Gerard, the Balrog from Lord of the Rings, that fucking thing was top notch, man.
Yeah, it was.
I had a favorite custom Dio there, but it wasn't like there wasn't a lot of time and effort put into it, but it was just very unique. It contained marijuana.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was at the Wolf.
It was,
I
yeah,
love
there were
that.
trees. There
I
were trees.
loved that.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna
picture of
send
it.
you a picture.
It was
Cody.
amazing.
I had no idea it was marijuana.
Really.
I looked at it and went, "Oh, that looks like marijuana."
I just thought it looked like cool tropical trees.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. I took a picture of it, and then later on somebody said something about it.
That's weed, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, what? That's
Steve's
how-
getting on his phone. Delete.
1-6 shooter says I got
just sent it to you.
so many great Fury, Orc, and Skelly customs. I love them all. Eric Miller was kind enough to sell me his Vision and Scarlet Witch figures to go with Emily's Avengers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Chris Durant
Oh.
says Delphina and Valiant Knight. Prince.
Yeah. Without doubt.
Billy Beige says, "Yeah, Pete, I didn't sell you a fanny pack."
I can't believe they fucking let you run a booth.
That little
Power
gremlin.
bombing motherfuckers.
I love that gremlin, man. People are letting him sleep in their room.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Not
fuck?
us.
What the fuck's wrong with you people?
David Williams picked up some of those Wine Stopper busts. Those were super
Cool.
cool.
So cool.
Synth Crush prints were very nice.
Oh my god.
Did she have prints?
Okay, besides them being beautiful human beings, their costumes are
Over top notch.
Yeah, the simple tricks and nonsense. John and Rebecca McDonald.
Yeah.
absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What sucks is like Maverick's like, "Here's my first cosplay I've ever done." And we're like, "That's sweet, dude." And then John comes in and says, "Hold my dick."
Maverick still had fun. Doing that.
Sure,
Yeah.
man. It's
Well,
fucking
never
cool.
looks great, but what are the odds of him picking the same costume as the professional cosplayer?
right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, their costumes and
No,
And
they
even-
look great. though.
even to the point when I first saw, like, I've known who they were for a while now, obviously, but when I first saw their pictures of them in the Deluxe Legion builder, the little goblin and the skeleton, like, I never would have guessed that was her.
Yeah, that was a crime against humanity.
Yeah, like, I never would have guessed that was her. Like, I thought that was like a Joe Amato or something like that. I thought it was like,
I thought
you
it
know,
was Ben.
yeah.
Thought it was Joe Amato.
I just thought it was a little dude, you know,
No, he's
running
got-
around in a
That's,
costume.
well, the mask wasn't cardboard,
That's true.
so
That it
it
was
smells like ramen noodles.
their
You
costumes.
look
are
at
top-notch.
Joe Amato, you're like, there's no way that mess doesn't smell like microwave food. Billy Bay says yes. I ended up buying one because you can't say no to those.
Okay, Billy being Billy during our live, it's so irritating, of course.
Yes.
It's so irritating. But I swear to God, the little fucker, everything he says is funny. It's just weird funny.
I
He
didn't
got
laugh
the
much.
Bride of Frankenstein picture
Oh,
of her.
that's a
and
good
she
one.
signed it.
That is such a good one. When you get a Steve and Pete, shut the fuck up.
When I went back, because I went back and listened, and not because I don't. You guys know I don't listen, but I was curious about the quality because we were yelling into microphones and all that stuff, and so I'm listening to that part, and Steve's like, "Yeah, that's great. Now shut up." And I was like, "That is classic Steve."
All right, so I've got a true good-looking Firefly here because the first one was dumb. If you remember, he had that stupid bomb thing that looked like he was wearing a diaper, and
Is yours loose?
no,
Okay, because I thought that's been a knock on.
He wouldn't do anything if it was. He'd just be like, "Yeah, it's loose."
I know this one has been that's been some complaints about. He's been a little floppy, but
I didn't notice.
he looks great.
But he comes with that little truck, that little like droney thing. You can.
I'm gonna drive the C4 right into your house.
Yep,
Yeah.
drive it under a car.
Well,
blow it
nobody's home because I'm not gonna hurt anybody. It's Joe.
up. Not in my Joe.
Not in Steve's.
People
Joe.
always died when I played Joe.
What'd you say?
People always died when I
Oh, I
played
thought you
Joe.
said blowies died. Yeah, I imagine you were getting blowies if you were
I had
playing with
funeral.
G.I. Joes.
I buried them. Went out my backyard, dug holes, buried them. I
The
wrapped
good
it.
guys actually died.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Military funeral.
He was Game of Thrones before Game of
I
Thrones.
wrapped them in bandanas so that the dirt wouldn't wreck the figure,
Yeah.
and then I would bury them,
Wow.
and then I'd resurrect them when I needed a new storyline. They started all over from scratch.
Courtney has a whole list of questions to ask her new husband before saying yes. to
Have you
him.
ever performed a?
Have you ever buried GI Joes in bandanas in the backyard?
Oh,
Have you
Yeah.
have you ever ejaculated on a tree sapling in your backyard?
oh, I buried my jizzy underwear in a tree sprouted from the nutrients.
The nutrients.
Do you wear polos to Comic Cons?
The show hasn't started yet. Steve walks over to me. He's got like sweat just beating.
Right.
He's in blue jeans, a polo, and a jacket.
Yeah. Do you always have your phone, wallet, and keys?
Did I ever tell you guys the trauma of playing G.I. Joe with my brother? When he would actually he actually played this thing. He was always the bad guys, I was always the good guys, and he would play it out where I tried to infiltrate Cobra and he killed me. He shot me, and then he had them drive his tank out my room. No, you get a picture of upstairs. And my room was at one end of the house in one of those rooms with the slanted walls because of the shape of the roof, and his end was at the complete other. And he had Joe base over there, G.I. Joe base in my room. Drives his tank out, dumps the body of the dead G.I. Joe, dumps it, leaves the body laying there. And then he calls me up, because Cobra Commander could always call G.I. Joe, and he's like, he's calling me up, and he's like, "You're just gonna leave your fallen comrade laying out there to rot?" I'm like 6, 7, maybe 5. Who knows? You're just gonna leave your G.I. Joe, your comrade out there to rot? And I'm like, no, I guess I'll go get it. So I drive the Vamp out there to go pick up the body. He put a little piece of clay. Remember clay? You used to play with clay.
I remember clay,
which was C4, by the way, in G.I. Joe land. And then he had put a bomb on the body. So as soon as I tried it up, he blew my Vamp up. And then I lost 2 more guys. I mean, I was really suffering the loss of. At 6, I was experiencing real war through G.I. Joe. It's traumatic.
You were 6. How old was
This is
he?
the fucking worst story I've ever heard.
How old was he?
He'd have been 14.
Okay.
Curtis gonna one up you and impregnate a whole forest.
Need a forest. I just had a dogwood tree that looked like me. For some reason, there was one dogwood out in that area that was real thick. Never grew very tall. Yeah,
Real thick. Oh,
Love that.
anyway. So, I got more. So this is something fun.
I'm gonna bring out my more then too.
you should. You should.
We gotta end this somewhere.
I got 3 more figures. I'm so excited.
He's
About
like, I own a house now, guys. Like,
Yeah. Is it 3 hours really? Oh fuck. All right, I'll save them for next week.
Dude, does that include the 20 minutes we weren't on?
that's your fault.
It's recorded.
20.
It says live 2:56.
So what's cool is I get on Amazon yesterday morning, and I'm looking at G.I. Joe's. And I bought them cheap.
Yep.
And they were also delivered the same day.
No way.
Yeah, deliver free the same day. So I ordered them at like 9 o'clock in the morning and had them at like 8 o'clock last night.
Oh.
Boom. So this is Tunnel Rat rocks.
Boom.
Love this figure. Always been a fan of Tunnel Rat. He was inspired by Larry Hama.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. You're lame. He's cool. He was he's a little. I like that they made him littler because
He's supposed to be climbing through tunnels.
yeah, and he
Mhm.
was littler in the cartoon, and blah blah blah.
He looks like a boy.
Works for me.
A boy.
He's young.
This guy here?
No, this guy looks like a man.
I would say, isn't that guy Justice's favorite?
Yeah.
Yep, this is Justice's favorite G.I. Joe.
Oh, by the way, he said that he feels like he missed out on LegionsCon this year. So
Oh, really?
he can ride with you next year.
You and Justin. Also picked up low light, great figure. Looks like they basically copied the 25th and scaled it up to 6-inch.
I want you guys to know that I would rather have Curtis Ackerman sitting on my lap facing me like he used to on the swings at the elementary while driving all the way to LegionsCon than ever let Justin in my van.
Really?
Just putting that out there. So
Justin's riding with us, huh? Fuck.
The blonde-haired sniper, killing it. The classified line is killing it.
Without a doubt.
Love it.
Kind of came out with a sort of a fizzle, but now they're coming out with a bang.
Bangers for sure.
I don't give a shit about any of them, but the fact that you guys do.
Never
very
in
cool.
never cared about growing up, G.I. Joe.
I played with other friends, G.I. Joes and
Yep.
stuff. I thought they were cool, but they were little, and I
Oh,
like
yeah.
big, chunky figures.
Totally get
Like,
that.
I did have some, but it was like later. Like I don't know. I had some Snow Guy, but he didn't have a cool name like Snow Job. I don't remember his name.
Wow, there was a few of them.
Yeah. Could have been Frostbite. Was he black?
He was not.
So then it would have had
Nope.
been not Avalanche. Shit, what's the other guy name? I know
Who
his name.
cares?
Came with the spike shoes.
Black,
Yeah,
black beard,
1990,
Oh.
91.
Yeah,
Somewhere
yeah,
around
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Frostbite.
No, Frostbite drove the snowcat, so he'd had to have the snowcat.
Mm.
It's the other guy. Shit, well, I can't think of his name. So
Well, there's a couple other ones too.
yeah, the one I know, he had a white helmet that fit over his half of his face.
Have like a little sled that had handles on it. Is that the one you're thinking?
Yeah,
He don't remember. It was his friend's toy. He
It was
don't
mine.
remember.
No, I had him.
Oh, that
I
was
had,
yours?
yeah, I had like
Yeah.
5, and one of
Yeah.
them had like a big ass fucking rocket launcher.
Iceberg,
Is it ice?
No,
Whiteout, Iceberg, Snowstorm, Snow Job.
Do you
Show
have
'em those
pictures?
Yeah, show them that.
it's none of those.
On top there.
It's the one at the
The
far
one in
left.
the no, I think it's the one in the middle. Who's the guy in the middle?
One in the middle is Snowstorm, Field Artilleryman.
Sure, sounds like him.
Never heard of him.
I'll find out.
What's the one on the far left?
The little things covering it. Blizzard.
Blizzard.
Oh.
That's the one.
Okay, never mind.
All
Oh
right.
no, that's it. That might be him. Let me look this up.
Wait a
Blizzard.
minute. We might not need to do this because if we do this, this might make Jeremy go down another rabbit hole.
Yeah, right. I need to get all the G.I. Joe. Yeah. it
Oh,
was
wait a minute.
Blizzard.
Maybe I need those 5 that I had
It was-
when I was growing up.
Oh, maybe it wasn't fucking.
Iceberg, Snow Job, and Blizzard, the Arctic Mission Team.
Yeah.
None of these guys look right
I liked Blizzard.
because the
That
guy that I
Blizzard was
had
cool.
blue on him.
Blizzard was
Unless
cool.
there were 2 different versions. Okay, apparently the guy I had doesn't exist. That's fun.
This guy?
Maybe it's no serpent.
Did he have? I don't fucking know.
Well, there's no serpent.
Does not matter.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
All right, Cody wants to go home, so I guess we got to shut the show down, right?
It's
Unless you want to do
probably-
toy news.
If he doesn't roll in here with his fucking Snow Serpent doing that, Trev, he ain't shit.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
360 McTwist.
All right. So, yeah, I wish I could hear my music. Cody can't even play the music. You can play our outro. music.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, special shout out to Big Greg for entertaining us on Friday night because damn, did he ever.
Big Greg is my favorite person at any event from here on out.
He is.
He was before, but god damn it, there's just a calming presence about that big motherfucker. It's
He
just-
made me laugh so hard.
his
that
Yelp
night.
review.
Oh my
Holy
god.
Brilliant.
shit!
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
He made me laugh so hard that night, along with Pete.
Loop
Andrew.
dog.
Fucking fun.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to episode 301 of the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast. Pete, take it away.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the episode 301 of the Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast. Your host, Lord Stephen Bishotti, Jeremy DeWitt, Travis Bowles, Seducer Cody in the Box, special guest Mike Smith. I am P. McCarthy. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the toy aisle.